Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Good evening, BENXT faithful, and welcome to WalrusMania, the biggest night in the wrestling calendar in the entire world. Hello, PlayStation Nation as well.
Hello, PlayStation Nation.
Welcome in, everybody. It is finally time for WalrusMania. We've been building towards it for how many months now? Eight pissing months. And it all concludes this evening, by which I mean there's no more BENXT after this. That's a lie. There will be BENXT forever. This is going to be the big night. Tonight we have titanic clashes between challengers and champions, Royal Rumble winners, Elimination Chamber winners, Churnament winners, all sorts. It's all going down tonight. Special early start time because we have tons to get through. WalrusMania is not just a one-night affair in universe, of course. It is a two-night affair in universe, which means that we've got a lot of matches, we've got a lot of champions to crown, or potentially to see retain, and it's all going down tonight. So welcome in. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're looking forward to it. I am. We've got some surprises tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Should be good fun. Can insert wrestler name here finally finish their story? Well, that remains to be seen, doesn't it? Tonight we have such matches as a special Aldi Red Thunder Battle Royal with extra people in it. Can EE Tim retain his crown? There is a tag team title ladder match for both the BENXT and the Piptown Tag Team Championships. The wide title is on the line, with Mikey Johnson defending against winner of the Churnament, Seth Pissin Rollins. We've also got a feud match, a blood feud, where Pippa the Cat has managed to sneak onto the WalrusMania card as she takes on her arch rival from BENXT, that being Pamela Anderson, the woman/inanimate piece of metal that took the BENXT Women's Championship from her before she left for Pipdown. The Pipdown Men's Championship is on the line. The Elimination Chamber winner, Brian Michael Bendis, takes on Piss Jericho. And in the main event of night one, of course, it is the Royal Rumble winner himself, James Flippin' Jenkins, challenging EE Tim, who has to pull double duty tonight for his BENXT World Championship. And that is just night one. We've also got night two. Tag team titles are on the line. Of course, as I mentioned. We've got a Little Kong Strong tables match where Gollum, that disgusting, horrible little thing, will have to defend his championship against all comers in a tables match. The Butterfield Championship is on the line, with Jill Sandwich defending against Churnament winner, the Pufferfish. Just an ordinary pufferfish, and it's fine, and there's nothing wrong with it, and that's okay. And then, the Vidiots Championship will be defended with Mikey Johnson and Peter Austin coming after Ben Potter. We'll have a recap later in the night to catch you up if you weren't there for the reunion stream last week. Then the BENXT Women's Championship is on the line. The Fisher-Price car defends against Grimace. And in the main event, Royal Rumble winner Biker Barbara Pierce challenges the Chevrolet Matisse for the Pipdowns Women's Championship. So it's going to be huge. WalrusMania is huge. It's stacked. It's packed. Get ready, everyone. It's gonna be our big night. There will be predictions throughout. You've got yourself some channel points, I'm sure. I saw some, let's see, we've got some streaks in here, I believe. Death89, 10 stream streak, impressive stuff. C Bennett 12, 3 stream streak, and then you've said 3 is not that big a number, but it's higher than 2. So that's good stuff. Zar Richard 420, thank you very much for the bits there. Alien Sweat Hands, thank you very much for the resub. 7 months. It's Beans time. It's actually WalrusMania time, but you are very, very close. B Cantrell, thank you for the resub. 6 months. Appreciate it. And 3 Cats in a Dressing Gown, thank you for gifting a sub to Tough Tough. Welcome to the thickness, my friend. Welcome in. So, it's not just WalrusMania that we've got tonight. I'm excited to confirm as suggested either last week or the week before, the categories and the nominees for the first inaugural BENXT Slammy Awards. These will be going up on my YouTube channel as polls that you can vote on over the next few days. The first one goes live tonight at 6, and then there will be one channel member exclusive one that they can vote on after Christmas, because it was going to clash with other posts that I've got scheduled, and I sort of had to move it a bit out of the way. Either way, I'm going to tell you them now. So the categories are, and I may have stolen these from WWE's website, but no one tell them. Female Superstar of the Year. The nominees: Pippa the Cat, Grimace, Funky Barbara Piss, and Pamela Anderson. Male Superstar of the Year: E.E. Tim, Dick Mychinko, Brian Michael Bendis, and Billy Ray Walrus. Tag Team of the Year: Dark Picture Pals, Team Redundant, Mod Squad, and Pevolution. Best Music of the Year, and then in brackets the Ben Cooper Award. Behave, off of Mod Squad. Still Twitching, off of Dick Mychinko.
Ben, my dude. How are you? How was your day? It's BENXT time, my dudes. Hope you're having an awesome day, my dude.
Stephen, thank you for the bits. I've had a lovely day, thank you. I'll talk about it in a second. The third nominee is Dark Pictures on the Wall, the Dark Picture Pals. And finally, Rules Baroken, off of Rules Boss. Next category, Faction of the Year, that being a group of 2 or more. Pevolution, The Piss Family, Los Pokémonas, and the Undisputed Era. And the final category that will be voted for by channel members on YouTube is Breakout Star of the Year. Nominees include... I know everyone's a breakout star, really. Nominees include... Gollum, Sloane Spencer, Les Freaking Go, and E.E. Tim. And those will all be going out on YouTube over the next week or so. Just after Christmas will be the final one, so make sure you vote them in the first BENXT of the new year. We shall award those winners. So lots to look forward to. And to answer your question, Stephen, I've had a good day, thank you. It has been productive. Obviously, earlier I streamed with Peter over on the Worst Games Ever channel. And yeah, it was good. It's all good. I'm looking forward to WalrusMania. So no catering award. Boo. Oh, I should have done a catering award, shouldn't I? It was actually a bit of a faff to put the awards together in the first place. So any more categories might finish me off. Gollum should dominate the awards like Claire Obscure. How dare you? That's Get Out now. Roland of the Chain, thank you so much for the resub. Oh, not the resub, sorry, for the subscribe. Welcome to the thickness, my friend. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much indeed. I'm being told that maybe there should be a Manager of the Year award, which of course there is only one. Bonklin barely showed up, and Drinks Ferry won a title. Actually, Bonklin won a title as well. Oh shit, no. Who would that go to? A difficult two-way tie. So, it's WalrusMania, everybody. Do you think maybe we should go over and have a look at the card that awaits us initially? Obviously, I've set one up because that's all that I've been able to do. You can only do one show at a time. So this is WalrusMania Night 1. Are you ready? Hold on to your hats. Now, this Aldi Red Thunder Championship field is placeholder. The only person who's going to be in it, of course, is E.E. Tim, who's defending his title. We need to spin this wheel. But I've got a list of every single person who's currently taking part in WalrusMania, and we will keep spinning the wheel until we fill this field, and the same goes for the Kong Strong Championship match on WalrusMania Night 2, until we only have people in the match who otherwise do not have a match. We want to fill this with people who are not on the card otherwise. So that's what we'll get to in a second. E.E. Tim defends his Aldi Red Thunder Championship, 2-belt Timmy. Then we've got the ladder match for the Pip Down Tag Team Championships. The champions, Los Pokémonas, take on the former champions, that being Randy Honking and Dave Bautista, which for some reason none of their names are displayed on the right there, don't really understand. And Peter Austin and Ben Potter will also challenge for these titles. First team to remove them from the top of the ladder is the winner. Now this match could conceivably last all night, which is why we're going slightly earlier than we would normally go. Up next, the winner of the Churnament, the Pufferfish, takes on Jill Sandwich for the Butterfield Title Championship title belt. Please hold Lord Brotovich back. He's already very cross. He's so cross, and he's making a bit of an arse of himself. Lord Brotovich, you calm down, okay? You tone it down in there, or we will have to get security to come and haul you off. All right? I know it's upsetting that you don't have the championship anymore, all right? I'm sorry. Then, a renewal of a bitter rivalry. Pip Down's Pippa the Cat takes on the woman from BENXT who took the BENXT Women's Championship from her, former BENXT Women's Champion and crooked referee Pamela Anderson, in a steel cage match. Brian Michael Bendis takes on Piss Jericho with the entire Undisputed Era in his corner. The entire one? No, nearly all of it. Seth Pissin Rollins isn't there for the Pip Down Men's Championship. And in the main event, it's Jiminy Jenkins with Cat the Writer in his corner taking on E.E. Tim for the BENXT Men's Championship. So that is what night one looks like. Pretty stacked night, I should say. First, though, we've got to spin some wheels. And we've got to find ourselves some new challenges. Because, again, these are just placeholders. Right, title match on. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. And you're gone, but you can stay because you are Timmy Two Belts, so you do have it. Now, I have it on good authority that we may be joined by real-life, non-virtual James Jenkins for the main event of Night 1 to provide commentary and insight on his big match. So, let's get the wheel up. Here we go. Remember, we're looking for participants who are not already booked for WalrusMania. So I'm going to have to load up my spreadsheet and double check my spreadsheet to make sure that we're not doubling up on anybody other than the Tim, of course. Here we go. It's wheel time. Go. Miss this legs. You do count. That's validation right there, being told you count. Miss this legs. Goes to WalrusMania. Where's my other... There it is. Next one goes to... Alexa Piss. Currently not booked on WalrusMania. You're in. You're in. Next goes to... It's a bumper battle royal. 8 superstar rather than 6. And Blast has been selected. The wheel doing a very good job. As the children say, it understood the assignment, which is choose someone who is not already wrestling. Next up. We're going to spin again. Dr. Raynell Hill will challenge for the tag team titles tomorrow at WalrusMania Night 2. Tomorrow in Universe. We're doing it all tonight. Spin again. Pamela Anderson is competing. Spin again. When do I get to commentate on the fraud Butterfield belt match? This is precisely why we can't trust you near it, Lord B. We know you'd storm the ring and we want to have a fair contest. We want a winner. All right? At least your friend German Cheggers could win the Aldi Red Thunder Championship, right? That's something. And Horse going to WalrusMania. Pippa, could we get an exclusive word, please? I understand that not only are you having a match with your arch rival shortly, but you recently, as in the last 3 minutes, did a sick downstairs after your tea. Do you have anything to say of the allegations that you did a sick downstairs after your tea? Pippa the cat, come back, tell us. Did you do a sick after your tea? Well, we don't have the answers, but we have it on good authority that Pippa the cat did do a sick after her tea. Eating it too fast. Eating it too fast. Spin the wheel. Funky Barbara Piss, I don't think is in action actually, so Funky Barbara gets a match. Pippa, the people deserve to know. Did you do a sick after your tea? Funky Barbara is in. And one more slot remains. Here we go. Fightful Select exclusive. WalrusMania competitor experiencing nerves backstage. The final slot goes to Michael Jugson, which is fantastic because we get to hear his music play at WalrusMania, and that's insane. Michael Jugson completes the field, and that, after I turn the wheel off. Speak of the devil, it's Jiminy Jenkins right there in chat. Big match tonight, James. Big match tonight. So here we go. This will be our opening contest. You'll be able to predict on this in a minute once Trailing Badger has been able to type in the 10,000 names that are participating in it. This Battle Royal for the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. Tim defending his crown against Miss This Legs, Alexa Piss, Blast, German Cheggers, Ann Horse, Funky Barbara Piss, and Michael Jugson. I'm going to take a photo of this because we've got a long night ahead of us, potentially. Each night has 5 matches on it. So really, apart from the ladder match, hey, we could be out of here by 7. Wouldn't that be lovely? We could all have an early night. Now this WalrusMania, I should, if you're here, I assume you like BENXT. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I'm glad you like it. There is a bonus BENXT stream this Sunday, 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. It's a festive edition. And we're going to be having 2 festive rumbles. A BENXT festive rumble and a Pip Down festive rumble. The winner gets to challenge for a championship of their choosing in the first BENXT stream of the new year. So come along, should be a laugh. We've got a special arena. They might all be wearing Christmas hats. It's your last little taste of BENXT until the new year. So come along. The winner gets to be Santa Claus. Yes. No Christmas Eve BENXT? Go on then. Sorry, Mum. Shut up. I don't want any more roast potatoes. I've got to stream wrestling. She'll understand. Okay, save that. I think we're ready to go, everybody. I shall await Trailing Badger's confirmation that the predictions are live and then everybody can wager. I have been doing all the stretches and watched several YouTube tutorials on wrestling moves. Fantastic, James. Fantastic. And you're going to be watching Tim closely in this one because he's who you are meeting in the main event. And hopefully he'll get tired out or maybe injured in this match. And then that'll put you in a better standing to finish him off. Okay, predictions now live. We are going to begin night 1 of WalrusMania with the Aldi Red Thunder Championship Bumper Battle Royal. Normally only 6 superstars today. 8 superstars. Here we go, everyone. I said that too early. I always do that. Here we go, everyone. I believe it's Bad Joke Billy I want to thank for creating this wonderful arena. We've had this since the very beginning and we're finally getting to use it.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for All-Star Ring Total Championship.
Who's this Lex?
Oh, here she is.
Introducing the challenger, standing at 7 feet tall.
Did you do a sit?
Miss
Did you do a sit? Did you? Silence speaks volumes. Sicky cat. It does. Miss This Legs here. You've got to imagine, or you can only imagine what's going through the heads of every single person who has been called forth by the wheel for this match. They didn't think they were getting a WalrusMania payday. They didn't think that they were going to be able to walk out in front of the entire world to challenge for a championship at WalrusMania, but the wheel has smiled upon them, and the first one to make their way out is Legs. And also, by the by, we have a Pip Down. Oh, the claws are out. The claws are out. Okay, let's get the next person in. Ow, Pippa. Sorry, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about your personal business. Ow. God. Representing the Piss family, it is Alexa Piss. The Piss family, of course, up for a BENXT Slammy, the 2025 Slammy Awards. are going to be chosen by you guys over on YouTube. The polls will be going out over the next week. Faction of the Year, one of those categories. And think how bloody proud the Piss family would be, and what a feather in their cap it would be if Alexa Piss could close out WalrusMania, bringing a bit of gold back to the family. Press the eggs button. Bit of a spoiler there, because out next it is Blast. Bartending Gamer, 25 stream streak. Thank you so much. Managed to finish work just in time to get back for the biggest event of the year, even though I'm supposed to be on a week off, lol. And you had to go to work. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you for making it back here. My seats are so high into the nosebleeds, I can't see a thing, and they cost me 15,000 euros a night. Still cheaper than WrestleMania. But better, right, guys? But better. But better than WrestleMania and so on. Hello, Confused. That's my name. Thoughts on Joe Hendry joining Raw? Has he? Has he gone up from NXT? That's great. I know Joe. He's a wonderful man. He's been working so hard at this for so long, and it makes me so proud every single time I see him. Good for him. Out next, someone hold Lord Brotovich back. Because he can't even be proud for his friends. He wants all the glory himself, even if they're a member of his own faction. That being brought means bread, the German contingent of BENXT and Pit Down. German Cheggers here. Keith! German Keith! Vying for a title tonight as he jogs gently down to the ring at WalrusMania. Title on the line. Hypothetically, if Joe Hendry is in 2K26, can we add him to the roster? We could, yeah. Or we could download a custom one, and we could rename him Best Friend Joe. Friend of Channel Joe. German Cheggers ready for action. But we still got half the field to come down. Half the fun of WalrusMania is the special entrances, right? And admittedly, none of these entrances are special, but they do get to come out in front of a huge stadium crowd. And that's exciting in and of itself, I think. Hi, BTJ, how are you? Huge BENXT and an extra large Dynamite. What a day. Let's fucking go. I think you've typoed that. It should say Les freaking go, of course. BENXT standout wrestler. And Horse gallops to the ring. Could she become champion at WalrusMania? Something I didn't realise, actually, which I should have done because I'm a terrible analyst, is that we have two members of the Piss family in this match. How will they coexist? The Queen is here. Funky Barbara Piss in her 80s attire. The big hair. Full sprint around the ring. All of the opposition cleared back in then. And now we get to see her make her graceful entrance to the ring. And there we go. That is going to shave a few millimetres off that big nose of hers. But she's in here. Can Funky Barbara walk out with gold? And indeed, can she get on with Alexa Piss, fellow family member? Piss on piss action. Oh no. And now everybody, hold on.
Hey, put me that further closer. Hey, comfortable there. What's your name?
Michael Jackson.
You're fucking mad, aren't you?
Where is he? I know he's there somewhere. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Let's get in there. Using this camera, you can really see the enormity of the WalrusMania Stadium. Go on, Husk. Garlic and chips. Jugson's here. Can't remember how to go back to the right camera. Fuck it, that'll do. Jugson called forth by the wheel. And this could be his opportunity to win his first slice of gold since appearing on the roster earlier this year. And finally, They call him Timmy Two Belt, or as he was known earlier, Front Page Timmy Two Belts.
And introducing the champion, representing Evolution from Stillwater, weighing in
EE Tim himself nominated in 2 separate categories, in Men's Performer of the Year and also Best Newcomer. And his faction, P-Volution, are also up for an award, so could be a very, very lucrative night for EE Tim, but it is all on the line for P-Volution this weekend at WalrusMania as we clip through Jugson. That's too close to Jugson. Back off, but get out of Jugson's special space. Thank you. Special space being within 6 feet. Stay away from Jugson. EE Tim has to defend that title on the right now, and that title on the left against James Jenkins in the main event later on. Additionally, his boys, that being Rim Flair and Triple Flush, are defending their tag team titles in a ladder match. So really what we could see... Oh no! What's German Checkers doing? Sorry, we're going to have to go to the tape on that one. We're going to have a quick look at that one, sorry. German Checkers there. Just keep an eye in the bottom left. There he goes. He's slipping out. He's slipping out. He's going. He's gone. He's gone. He's already been eliminated. German Checkers has been eliminated before the match has even started. So that is going to be a huge blow for LB and the rest of Brot Means Bread. So he's gone. He's out. He's been eliminated. Anyway, the point I was making is that it's a big weekend for P-Volution. Woo! Thank you very much, Narugan, very much. Thank you. Hello? Thank you very much, Narugan, for the bits there. Right, we're off. I'm not sure if TB has sent me a breakdown of the predictions. You may well have done and I might have missed it. But if I could get a breakdown of the predictions, that would be fantastic. This is obviously the early stage of a battle royal where everybody is just leathering one another. And the only way to win, the only way to be eliminated, I should say, is to be thrown over the top rope with both feet touching the floor. And you want to be the last person standing. The power of Blast there. German Checkers, though, wily, sneaks out, takes down Blast at the knee. And Horse taking it to the champion. Oh, Hurricane Rana there from Blast. As Funky Barbara gets clocked by Michael Jugson. And now, Alexa Piss and Funky Barbara Piss are going at each other here. This is not really what we wanted to see. And everybody's just getting clobbered. It's quite difficult to keep up with 8 people just smashing each other in the face. And Alexa Piss here going after the matriarch of the Piss family. Oh, that's quite the close-up. Who got Oh, Tim's gone! EE Tim is the first person eliminated. The champion is out, and that could be taken 2 ways for James Jenkins in the main event. It's either a bad thing because Tim is, you know, he's going to be at 100% basically. He was not in this match very long, didn't take much punishment at all. Or it could be a good thing because EE Tim's confidence could be absolutely rattled by that. Tim is gone. Thank you, Trailing Badgers. So EE Tim had 20% of the channel points, which was the highest, and he's been eliminated. Legs has 10, Alexa 4, Blast 10, German Cheggers 9, Ann Horse 14, Jugson 17, and Funky Barbara with 16% of channel points. Oh, sorry, BENXT next. So there we go. We are down to 7 now. This was always going to be difficult for Tim. Defending your championship in this environment, that being a battle royal, is always going to be very difficult. Knowing you have a world championship match later on in the night also has to weigh on you. And then having to defend it in a battle royal against 8 people instead of the usual 6 is also very challenging. Alexa Piss is very close to being eliminated by Ann Horse there, and she's gone. Alexa Piss is gone. And so is Legs. 2 quick eliminations there. We are down to Blast, Cheggers, Horse, Barbara, and Jugson are the only remaining competitors here as German Cheggers suplex position just tosses Barbara across the ring. Blast now looking to eliminate the Horse. Jugson, oh my goodness me, it's a German suplex to the German. And Jugson knows exactly what he's doing there, trying to get inside the head of German Cheggs there. Blast crawling his way to the corner. Funky Barbara, the only person stood up. And just put this, keep moving my drinks around my desk without looking at them and they're in the wrong place. Oh no! Chega's looking for something sinister here on Funky Barbara. He's got her by the throat. It's a massive choke slam. And what is Blast doing here? Very impressive athletics, but not really any end goal there as he just collapses into the centre of the ring. And do I have enough time to quickly remind myself of which of these people has held the Aldi Red Thunder Championship before someone gets eliminated? We're still going. Blast is still hanging on. I'm pretty confident in saying that Funky Barbara has been an Aldi Red Thunder champion 2 times before. Let's see. And that's about it. Anybody else who wins this would be the first time they would hold this Aldi Red Thunder Championship. So Funky Barbara's won this before. She knows how it works, and if she were to win it tonight, she would be the leading champion in this division, that being the first person to ever hold it 3 times. But Ann Horse, Michael Jugson, German Cheggers and Blast all looking to get on that scoreboard, all looking to cement their place in history. That is really what WalrusMania is all about. It's a night of firsts. It's about being on the biggest stage imaginable and winning the big one. And although they were chosen by a wheel, it is every bit as important as the main event. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But it's not actually, it's not really. That's just a thing that they say. Funky Barbara looking to eliminate German Cheggers as Pippa the cat wanders back in. Pippa, did you do a sip after your tea? Can you confirm this, please? She's gone non-verbal, has Pippa. Jugson clings on for dear life, and Blast has shattered the dreams of Michael Jugson. An extra 50's worth of get out of this match. We're down to 4. As Ann Horse goes to eliminate Funky Barbara, Barbara says no. Oh my goodness, and German Cheggers absolutely flying in out of nowhere, and probably the front runner at this point in the match. Funky Barbara has been eliminated, and now we're down to 3. Impressive from German Cheggers. As he looks to get rid of Ann Horse, grabs a hold, Ann Horse powering out. We're down to Blast, German Cheggers, and Ann Horse. And Cheggers is looking strong in this one, but Ann Horse is there. She's lean, she's fast, just counter back and forth. All 3 of these competitors know how important it is, as we see Blast do the same thing again with exactly the same outcome. Still not entirely sure what he's going for there. He's very optimistic, bless him. Oh, and he absolutely takes out Ann Horse at the ankle. Do horses have ankles? I'm going to say yes that they do. Confirmed. Horses now have ankles if indeed they didn't before. What's going on here? Oh my goodness me, Blast is being an absolute lunatic. That was very dangerous. Impressive but very dangerous, and it's German Cheggers who's lying in wait. Lying in wait to take advantage. Knee strike to Ann Horse, and it's German Cheggers who is all over the other 2 competitors in this match. And backstage somewhere, with a mouthful of chicken goujons. Oh, a Blast has gone. Look. Oh, he's bloody done it! German Cheggers has 1-1 for the German contingent of BENXT. I was about to say somewhere backstage, Lord Brotovich with a mouthful of chicken goujons has got to be thinking, sort of smiling slightly. He's still a bit annoyed. He's still a bit annoyed that it wasn't him in this match. It wasn't him walking into WalrusMania as a champion, but it is German Cheggers who, to be fair, put on a very impressive performance this evening. He eliminated the final 2 people, and also Funky Barbara as well. This is where Blast went out. And then immediately Ann Horse, who I don't know what she was doing, just pissing about. German Cheggers able to get her. And it's German Cheggers who walks out of WalrusMania as the Aldi Red Thunder champion. I got 11 times my bet. Holy crap, I just won 51,000 BENXT bucks. Congratulations, an amazing match. Apparently, WalrusMania is off to a huge start. Congratulations, German Cheggers, and Brot means bread. Backstage, he's going to get there, and Lord Brotovich. What was that? Iggy being Cheggers, what? Techiway, thank you. I think Lord Brotovich will be backstage waiting to greet him. Give him one of those, those 80s, like, You son of a bitch. Handshakes, just, yeah.
Not sure if I said, but
And then he'll
definitely
give him a
weird
chicken
state
goujon
hints
celebrate
that this year
from
I have
catering.
watched more BENXT than actual wrestling and am more into NORS than into John Cena's retirement.
John Cena,
Lol,
she said
German
it.
Shaggars. Lololololololol.
Well, firstly, Narugan, thank you for the bits. Secondly, that is fascinating that Italian Santino Marella said John Cena as a joke once and people still remember it. And you've written John Cena as it should be written. And Carla also said Cena. That is confirmation that it should in Italian be Cena. And I'm so glad that we all know that now. But yeah, I think that's a case for a lot of people, probably. You know, a lot of people watching now and maybe watching the VOD don't watch wrestling. They only watch this. You got a match in a minute. Well, you haven't actually. You got a match in probably like half an hour. Because up next, the Pip Down Tag Team Championships are on the line. The inaugural and longest reigning Tag Team Champions, former champions I should say, Dave Bautista and Randy Honking representing P-Volution, were dethroned by Los Pokehemanas quite recently.
You like my beats, don't you, Ben?
Ugh.
Pretty face.
You made it weird, Narugan. You made it weird. Right, Pippa, you going to sit down? You going to sit down, Pippa? Come on now. What are you doing? She's just going to clean herself. That's great. I do need to use my mouse, though. So, sorry. Los Pokehemanas, that being Judas and Duronk, were the ones to finally dethrone P-Volution. And now, P-Volution get a shot at redemption. But so, too, do Ben Potter and Peter Austin, who were in the first ever ladder match to crown the inaugural Pip Down Tag Team Champions. And tonight, they could walk out as champs themselves, which I think is rather exciting indeed. Calcium-E, thank you so much for the resub, 6 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. That's a wild tag team duo, Ben and Peter. Legally different. Legally different people, of course. These are digital versions of ourselves. Pippa, can you stop? Kindly stop quoting me. Thank you. Kindly stop quoting me. Thank you. I'll be honest, I didn't know there was much of a wrestling following IRL at all until I discovered TJ in 2023 and wondered why there was so much talk about the wrestling fans in the same building. It's not something I've ever known in my life other than that. Interesting. Some people manage to avoid it fully. But God, these days with algorithms and stuff, once you get one whiff, it's constant. Never ends. Okay. Without much further ado, let me just find my music. Predictions are now live. You've only got a little bit of time left. Team Redundant are by far the BENXT Bucks favourites, but remember, they've been unsuccessful in this match before. That's what I'd urge caution. Don't get let down. P-Volution, the former champs, trail behind with 12,000 BENXT Bucks, and just behind them are the current champions, Los Pokehemanas. Los Pokehemanas. The current champions are the odds-on least favourites. Okay, let's do this thing. Pip Down Tag Team titles are on the line next. Let's go. Belts already hanging above the ring, so the champions will not make their entrance with the championships. Oh God, here she comes. I just put 97,000 BENXT Bucks on the Pokémon. That'll pay off, I'm sure.
Tag Team Ladder Match. And it's for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Introducing the champion, King Rock and Judas.
Durunk and Judas may be gone from the Nuzlocke, but they will live on forever in BENXT. And they've lived on to such an extent that they have captured Pip Down Tag Team Gold. But can they hold on to it? A ladder match is a brutal environment, and it's a match that could go on for literally years. Let's meet the challengers, shall we? I said let's meet the challengers, shall we? Oh, wearing his VODs championship as well.
423 pounds, Dude and
Peter Austin and Ben Potter recently faced off against one another at the VODs reunion stream last week. Again, we will have a reminder of what happened there, where Ben Potter was successful in capturing the VODs championship, which you can see him wearing there. And tomorrow, on the second night in universe of WalrusMania, these two will face off again, as will Michael Johnson, for that championship. So Ben walking into WalrusMania as champion, but he may not be walking out as champion. And you can see that VODs title worn proud there by Ben. It might be the only time we see him wearing it, apart from coming out for his match tomorrow to defend it. That took a while to load. And here come the former champions. And I sincerely apologise to those who have not managed to see the VOD of the VODs reunion stream yet, but in my defence, I'd kind of assumed it would be live by now. It has nearly been a week. Mikey is working on it. It will be up soon, but we will have a recap. We will have a recap of that match very soon. This isn't P-Volution's music. Yes, it is. It's E. Tim's music. God, you panicked me there. It is Dave Bautista coming out with his tag team partner Randy Honking. And you see Triple Flush there at the back, one half of the BENXT tag team champions. He'll go into a similar match tomorrow in universe to defend his title. Can these two recapture the gold that they recently lost? It's time to find out. Sorry, the nerves for our match got to me. I'm going to be sick backstage. Okay. Well, you'll be in good company. Pippa the cat is here. She's furious about it for some reason, but she chose to be here. Okay. Rules of this match are quite simple. The belts are suspended above the ring. First person to climb the ladder and remove the belts are the champions. Getting P-Volution mixed up with Undisputed Era, were you? I do that a lot. Nah, they're totally different. They're completely different brands of piss-related factions. It's very simple. Oh, Damjies, don't worry about it at all. I hope you're doing okay. When the art is ready, the art is ready. There's no rush, my friend. No rush at all. Okay, let's see what we've got here. 3. Oh. Judas there missing with a moonsault. Peter Austin looking to do a drop kick of his own. Catches Randy Honking flush. I believe that's Randy Honking anyway, I think. And Randy being sent into the turnbuckle by Peter. Peter perhaps looking for a bulldog here. Manages to get all of it, and Judas picks up a ladder. On the outside we've got Dave Bautista, Judas and Ben Potter going after one another. And potentially here Triple Flush inserting himself in the match, removing the turnbuckle pad. Oh, look at that DDT from Judas. Absolutely spiking Peter Austin. Judas leaps over and then leaps back again. And so far, at the moment, it's just Judas who's in the ring. Everybody else is... Oh, my goodness me. Randy Honking wipes out Ben with a chair there. And Judas picking up Randy. Oh, Michinoku driver on the outside from Duronk to Randy Honking. Ben... Oh, man. Oh, I think Ben actually accidentally hit Peter in the face with his chair there. And now in the ring. Short arm clothesline from the Leviathan, and Ben takes down Big Dave. Elbow drop. Judas springboard moonsault, manages to take out Ben somehow. And Peter Austin hits that flush. Beautiful. Is that called sliced bread? I can't remember what that move's called. Judas the Pidgey. Again, maybe looking for some high-flying offense here. Oh, I don't know how Ben managed to get into the corner there. They're all bumping into each other. It's all chaotic in a match with this many people in it. Rolling senton from Dave Bautista to Judas on the outside. Duronk has found a stick. Ben goes out to help Peter. Maybe? No? And Duronk sent back into the ring by Peter Austin. Judas eats a back elbow courtesy of one half of the former Pit-Down Tag Team Champions, and Peter Austin incredible on the outside. Powerbomb from Ben to Dave Bautista. And Judas now European uppercuts the back of Ben's head, the back of the Vidiots champion. And Peter sent back into the ring by Randy. Ben sees that, decides to run straight past Randy and walks, oh my goodness me, on the edge of that ladder as well, an Olympic slam there on the outside, and Peter now picks up a ladder. So far nobody has gone for the title. This is part of the reason why these matches can sometimes go quite so long, because not only does it take 6 years for one of them to set up the ladder, but as soon as someone even touches a ladder, everybody in this match will snap to it and they'll look at it and go, no, absolutely not. So we've got to wait for a perfect storm of people being distracted and someone being on a ladder for anybody to actually climb up and grab it. I initially planned to have this be a 4-way match with 4 teams in it, but I thought that is going to probably take way too long. So I reduced it to 3. 3 of the competitors back in the ring now. Duronk. Oh, Superman punch from Duronk to Randy honking on the outside. Ben taking it to Judas. What's Duronk looking to do now? Counter from Randy honking as headbutt now from Duronk. Table picked up. Who would have been the 4th tag team? I'm not sure. I picked it mainly based on who has been a former champion. And there aren't a huge amount of tag teams on Pit Down who have won the championship, so it might have been Carla and Santino, maybe? Could have been. But alas, and it looks like the champions are kind of in full control here. Although Ben, oh, look at that. Judas taking out Peter on the outside, and Ben's just sort of standing there. There was a bit of a stalemate, and it took Duronk, or rather it took Randy took Randy honking getting involved for something to happen there. It seems people are a bit confused by the ladder. There is a table set up. Shoulder breaker there from Randy honking. We are still yet to have a ladder set up in the middle of the ring. Randy makes his way back in as Duronk. Oh my goodness me, knee. Surely knocked out now as Dave Leviathan. Well, I say that and he's back up somehow. What a gut wrench. Suplex from Ben to Judas. Duronk now with Ben on her shoulders. And Ben able to power out. Duronk though, he can't lift Duronk. Duronk made of solid stone. It's a very difficult wrestler to lift up. And now Dave finally remembers what he's meant to be doing. A ladder has been set up. And Dave Bautista will now gingerly begin to climb the ladder. And here, hopefully, someone will let him actually climb it for a bit. Dave with a finger on the title, and Peter is trying to push him off in the most irritating way possible, which is the way that involves collapsing the ladder. So now we've got to wait for someone to set up the ladder again. And the cycle continues. I don't know why Peter set up that table. A bit confusing. And triple flush now, providing a distraction. Peter Austin has his back to Duronk, who is seemingly mesmerised. And now Duronk is ready to strike. And Peter, very nearly went into the very table that he set up in the first place. Melodino, thank you so much for the resub. 7 months, thank you. Thank you very much. We now have 4 members of this match in the ring. Nobody has been able to set up the ladder since Dave did. And we're still waiting. And we're seeing this weird stalemate again. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be just the collection of items in the ring that causes them to stand there and not do anything. But the ladder set up in the wrong part of town now, just in the corner. And, Poison Rana from Peter Austin to one half of the tag champs. And then a neck breaker from the other half of the tag champs. Ben sends Randy into the ladder and then drops a leg over the back of his neck. Judas leaps to the outside. Ben picks up a table. And he's probably going to set it up again, even though we don't need a table in this match. We need a ladder. Judas doesn't manage to find her target. Ben able to sidestep that. Peter now slingshotting to the outside and then gets back in again. Peter, this would be a fantastic time to set up a ladder and maybe try and win a championship. Arm bent behind the back. Excruciating pain for Dave Bautista here. As Duronk just wrenching back and then dropping the knees over the spine. And I think Ben's now finally going to use that table he set up, and he might be putting Judas through it. And there she goes. Judas straight through that table, and Ben wasting no time to roll to the outside, and now he's wasting time by just sort of wandering about. He's got some steel steps. And Peter takes down Randy honking, and Ben still walking with those steps. It appears he's not forgotten about Duronk. He just marched about 6 miles just to hit her in the face with some stairs and then threw them at her, so that's nice. Judas sent back into the ring, Peter following after. And still, we have yet to set up a ladder in this match. I think Judas was sent into that exposed turnbuckle there that, oh my goodness me, that Triple Flush uncovered. And now it's Randy who has set up that ladder. No, Randy, what are you doing? Climb the ladder, you mad git. He's wandered off. He's forgotten what he's doing here. Judas is now all on her own. The ladder is up. Randy honking will surely be going in to intercept because he's got his eyes clapped on it. But Judas with a hand on the title. Randy honking has his eye. He's glitching out in the corner. Los Pokémon stand a very good chance of winning here if Randy's completely distracted. And I don't know what anyone else in this match is doing, but it is a retention for Los Pokémonas, the odds-on least favourites to win this match. The Poké Girls have retained their tag team gold in a ladder match where, quite frankly, it felt like everybody forgot that it was even a ladder match. That was glitchy and weird, and quite frankly, sort of exactly what I'd expect from a WWE 2K25 ladder match. So, there we are. The Poké Girls retain because, quite frankly, nobody else actually cared that the titles were on the line. Nobody knew how to climb a ladder, so that was great. DJ JPEG, thank you for the resub 3 months in a row. Ian Westcoat, 7 months. I'm underway at C Signals. I'm underway at C Signals, not great, but I got BENXT Buck during a hole in my pocket. Okay. I think I can decipher that. Thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate it. Here they are. They are still the tag team champions. They only won it a couple of weeks ago, and Triple Flush is he's dejected. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's just stood there. Just stood there watching. The others were just more interested in beating 7 shades of crap out of each other. Yes, they were. Well, the viewers loved it, apparently. I wasn't so keen. I would have liked more attempts to go up the ladder. Nobody else even bothered, so there we are. Up next, it is the winner of the Butterfield Churnament, the Pufferfish, taking on the Butterfield Championship title champion, Jill Sandwich. If Lord Brotovich says anything in the chat, you ignore him, okay? He's still very upset about what happened recently. But we've got a retention. We'll have to see on night 2 of WalrusMania whether the BENXT tag team champions, that being Triple Flush and Rim Flair, have the same level of success, or whether they will end up losing their gold. They will lose their gold. Oh God, where did he go? He's not in catering. He could strike at any moment. You can now wager your bucks. Who will be the Butterfield Championship title champion when we call time on tonight's stream? Okay, are you ready, everybody? 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the predictions. Let's crown a winner.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Cruiserweight
Butterfield title championship title belts championship. There we go. We got it. Oh no, his music stopped. There was an accident in the truck. No, it's fine. We're back on. We're back on now. That is a normal... Oh, there he is. He's back and he's booing. Okay, yeah. The pufferfish is here. The pufferfish. The winner of the tournament. Many a game participant in that championship tournament. But the one who came out on top, winning the tables match to conclude it, is the pufferfish. Oh. But will that tournament have all been in vain? Because Jill Sandwich has, since wrestling that title away from Lord Brotovich, the first ever Butterfield champion, she's been pretty dominant. And he could be in real trouble tonight against the champ.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill Sandwich. You're right.
Barry, thanks for saving my life. Jill Sandwich, of Resident Evil fame, and of course more recently of Sandwich fame, and Butterfield title fame, walks into WalrusMania as the Butterfield champion. But she is facing a pufferfish tonight who is riding a wave of momentum unlike anything she has ever encountered before. Imagine winning a whole tournament and then not going on to capture the championship. All to play for tonight. And there it is, that beautiful belt. Oh, God. Close-up of Brian was a bit much for me. Here we are. It's time.
The challenger from the Great Barrier Reef, weighing in at 394 pounds, the Rejected Fisherman.
The Rejected Fisherman, which probably is meant to be the redacted puffer fish. He's fine. He's just an innocent puffer fish. Butterfield title, championship title, champion. Yep. Jill Sandwich holds the gold aloft, shows the pufferfish what it is that he is competing for. She will now, of course, hand the title over to the referee officiating this match, who will present it to the pufferfish. He nods, he knows what's ready to go. And she will show all of us, just in case we haven't seen it enough already. And quite frankly, I haven't seen it enough. I could look at that title all day. And the pufferfish is focused, as is Jill Sandwich, and WalrusMania continues now with that bell ringing. Big overhand strike and we've seen her do that a few times, that combination, the big overhand strike spinning around her opponent and then sort of a thrust kick to the back of the head. That's a brutal way to start the match. But Jill Sandwich has a game plan until she got countered there by the pufferfish, who's now making her pay in the corner. Knee strikes, or rather flipper strikes from the pufferfish, who really would like to position the referee between us and them so we get a terrible view. Lifts up Jill Sandwich to the top rope. We couldn't be looking for a superplex here, could he? I think he could at this very early juncture. The champion, oh my goodness me, sent all the way across the ring. That is a long way to fall. Double axe handle to the back of Jill Sandwich. She does, of course, have the padding of that bread. But it's not going to do much against a flying pufferfish, if indeed that's what he's about to do. Gigantic, colossal shoulder tackle from the top rope, almost a battering ram of a fish there. Knee jammed into the floor on the outside. That's just a little thin bit of padding and then concrete under there. Not a nice place to take that move, or indeed that move. Again, she is padded by a sandwich. Still so. Just made Jill into a panini. Absolutely. Jill Sandwich sent face first. And could we be seeing the beginning of the end here of Jill Sandwich's reign as the Butterfield champion, as the winner of the tournament here is absolutely making her pay? It has been very one-sided. Look at the power from a gorilla press into just slamming the champion down in the corner. Jill brought back to her knees and then a double axe handle again. She just cannot get any offense going at all. She got a little bit run out of the gate, and ever since it has just been the pufferfish. It has been one-way pufferfish. As the pufferfish full head of steam. Oh, Jill able to get out of the way of that one, and now we might see momentum turning. No, we are not. Pufferfish again able to grab her before Jill Sandwich could take advantage, planting her face over the turnbuckle pad in the corner. The pufferfish just watching with those black doll eyes there, lifeless, scary. Clothesline drops the champion, and the pufferfish into the cover here. Could this match be over already? No, kick out at nothing. Now the pufferfish is very close to his signature. And look at this. Oh, gut wrench. Sit out powerbomb from the pufferfish. And of course we know what his finisher is. That is the puff up powerbomb. But his signature, he could be looking to pull the trigger on it here. Massive clothesline. Ducks under. Sends the Jill Sandwich for a ride. Calling for more from Jill Sandwich. And a spine buster. Into the cover now. Goes the pufferfish. He might win this without even using his signature. Not quite. Not quite. Star rating on this match may not be quite as high as the other matches we've seen. They do like a bit of back and forth to the viewers, but this has been so one-sided. Up to the middle rope goes the pufferfish, beckoning for Jill Sandwich to get to her feet. Jill complies. Oh, just fully bodies Jill Sandwich. Just takes her out, and then a headbutt as well for good measure. And Jill Sandwich, it's really not looking very good for her at all as he goes into the cover again. Oh, every time he pins Jill Sandwich, he gets a little bit closer, and he knows that. He just can't get frustrated. Pufferfish now has his signature and his finisher. He has yet to use either of them. He could be going for the puff-up powerbomb here. No, sends her into the corner. Big splash, very appropriate. Jill Sandwich is down, and the pufferfish, what's he doing? He could be pulling out special moves here for WalrusMania. He is. He's doing the worm that is on a hook on a fishing rod, and then an elbow. And he's now got two finishers into the cover off the worm. Will Jill Sandwich's reign come to an end courtesy of the worm? No, it won't. The indignity of losing to the worm, but now the pufferfish is calling for it. We are practically guaranteed a new champion as Jill Sandwich sent into the ropes. We've seen him do this before. It is the puff-up powerbomb. He falls into the cover. Jill Sandwich is out for the count. And finally we have justice for Lord Brotovich as the pufferfish absolutely demolishes the Butterfield champion here at WalrusMania. What an incredible performance from the tournament winner. It couldn't have gone any other way. I say that, imagining like I knew that it would be so one-sided. But poor Jill Sandwich really just did not get going in this at all. Even when she did get a counter in, the pufferfish was there and ready to get straight back on the offensive onslaught. And this is where poor Jill's dreams were shattered, sent into the ropes, the puff-up powerbomb, and we have a new champion. I hope the world champions are watching that because they might be next, quite frankly, with a performance like that. Scary, scary good performance from the pufferfish here. Well done to the pufferfish. He won the tournament, now he's won the title. I'm glad the tournament wasn't in vain after we streamed for 4.5 hours last week to get them finished. Right, up next, we have our first World Championship. No, we don't. We have a rivalry match. Sorry, Pippa isn't here because she's gone to prepare for her match. I should have known that. Pippa the Cat, the former BENXT Women's Champion, was defeated by Pamela Anderson on the eve of Pippa leaving to found Pip Down, where of course she would then become the inaugural Pip Down Women's Champion. These two still have a score to settle, and they will do so inside a steel cage. Pippa the Cat takes on Pamela Anderson in a steel cage match up next. Now, you can win this match by pinfall or submission or by escaping the cage. Normally, the AI chooses to escape the cage. That's traditionally how this has always gone. So predictions will be live in a second. And we shall see if Pippa can get some measure of revenge against her staunchest rival to this point. And away we go.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making her way to the ring from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, Piper.
Jesus! We haven't seen Pippa for a little while. And she could well have just been recuperating and coming back fresh. Big match for her tonight against a former rival. But could there be some ring rust? Could she be a little slow on the uptake? Of course, she's not only facing a former rival, but a former and very long reigning BENXT Women's Champion in Pamela Anderson. And as pointed out in the chat, perhaps Pippa at a huge disadvantage here because Pamela Anderson, being an inanimate metallic object, probably could have a bit of an ally in the steel cage itself. Don't be sick in the ring, Pippa. Nope. Please do not, Pippa. Please do not. Pamela points to the sky, presumably to that steel cage, her cousin twice removed. She prepares to go to war against Pippa the Cat, who will walk out tonight with a victory. 55% of BENXT bucks for Pippa the Cat, 45 for Pamela Anderson. And we now wait as the cage is lowered quite fast, actually. Could we slow that down? It's a bit dangerous. And we're away. Pippa catches Pamela immediately with that spinning forearm. And now, twisting the arm round, boot to the midsection. Pippa the Cat immediately going for, maybe she's looking to escape the cage straight away. She is, I told you. This is exactly what the AI does every single time. Pippa the Cat, nearly out. Pamela can't quite get her. Pamela will have to move quickly, or this match could be over in literal seconds as Pippa the Cat is trying to kick her in the face. But Pamela able to strike first, and this will, for some reason, compel Pippa to climb back in, because that's how this video game works. Pippa dragged back in by Pamela Anderson. And it's Pamela now who sends Pippa face first into the cage. And Pamela had an opportunity to escape, but decided to jump down. And perhaps this is the wisest move to sort of try and immobilize her opponent a bit. And here is that sort of weird crab taunt we've seen Pamela do so many times. Sort of leading to nothing here, but a big kick, several big kicks. Springboard, disaster kick takes out Pippa the Cat. And now Pamela going to work on the leg of Pippa, the front leg of Pippa. And Pamela up to the second rope and drops the double axe handle on Pippa the Cat. Into the cover, of course, as I said, you can win this match via pinfall or submission. But most CPU-controlled wrestlers, case in point, will try to escape the cage. And Pippa's not going to let that happen. Oh, but Pamela with the counter. Will Pamela jump down, or will she? Yes, she will. I was going to say, will she continue to try to escape? To be fair, I've seen actual wrestlers make stupider decisions in a cage match. Very true. Pamela now going to try and escape the cage again. This would be a huge blow for the confidence of Pippa the Cat, who we have not seen for a while since losing her championship. And also, it's against someone she has historically lost to as well. I mean, I'd argue really that this needs to be patched so the CPU isn't quite as incapable of preventing people from getting out, but it looks like Pippa's managed to interrupt it well enough. Pamela, though, now is home free to escape the cage, and I think this one is done and dusted. There's very little chance of Pippa getting back there to stop her, especially if she's going to climb as slowly as she has, and it is elementary from here out. Pippa can only watch on as Pamela Anderson slowly lowers herself to the outside, and it's Anderson who beats Pippa the Cat for a second time, and Pippa's wrestling career, the future of it at least, there have got to be some questions hanging over it. Got to be some questions hanging over it. Poor Pippa there, powerless to stop her as Pamela escapes the cage. And Pippa suffers a big loss and a huge setback at WalrusMania. Of course, she hasn't lost a championship. These two women are on completely different. I can't even speak. Are on completely different rosters, but emotionally, mentally, that's really going to knock Pippa going forward. Pamela Anderson wins the cage match against Pippa the Cat. Bad. I would be inclined to agree, Gabe. I would be inclined to agree. Now, however, it's the first of our World Championship matches. The dominating Piss Jericho dethroned the Red Thunderman a few weeks ago on Pip Down. Backed by the fearsome Undisputed Era, he takes on the Elimination Chamber winner, Brian Michael Bendis. A little unfair that Pamela's family were able to be there, the cage. I know. I tried to have it so that Pippa's mum came out with her, but it wouldn't let me add a manager for a cage match for some reason. It's a bit weird, but there we are. Up next, the Pip Down Men's Championship is on the line. Brian Michael Bendis challenges Piss Jericho. B&B is slightly outnumbered. Yes, but I don't know that any of these guys are actually going to do anything on the outside. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't. So we shall see. Let's get the entrances underway.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Men's Championship.
Brian Michael Bendis has a glittering record in BENXT and Pip Down. Up to this point, he is a former BENXT World Champion, 2 times over in fact. He has, let's see, held the Little Kong Strong Championship before as well. He would be the first male wrestler to win the World Championship on both brands, that being BENXT and Pip Down, if he were to defeat Piss Jericho this evening. But Piss Jericho is in fond company here, and perhaps at the most dangerous he has ever been. The Undisputed Era's entrance going perhaps a bit harder than it has any right to. You see there on the left, Dirty Dominic Pisterio, Pistian Cage in the middle, Piss Stratus at the front, and the Pip Down Men's Champion, Piss Jericho, at the back. Does Brian Michael Bendis stand any chance of overcoming the odds and dethroning Big Piss Jericho tonight? The rest of the family could interject themselves at any point. But maybe they'll behave themselves, who knows? They will be watching closely. But now it's time for the introductions. Why is it so out of focus? The Pip Down Men's Championship. So blurry, the blurry edition is up for grabs. over to Mike Rome.
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 228 pounds,
Brian Michael Bendis, I done Miles Morales. He's ready to go. Do not count him out because he's glitching all over the place.
weighing in at 227 pounds, the SmackDown
Pit down.
Men's Champion,
Chris Jericho, the reigning and defending Pit Down Men's World Champion. And here we go. Title handed to the ref. We've seen this before, but we'll watch it again. Brian, shown the prize. As are we. That beautiful championship up for grabs now. And we're going to get this thing underway. Hopefully it's a little less one-sided than the Butterfield title match, but that remains to be seen. Referee calls for the bell, and this match is official. It's underway, and it's Chris Jericho who lands the first strike. Boot to the midsection, immediately stretching Brian Michael Bendis here. But Brian's no fool. He knows how to get out of that. He is a spry man as he takes down the champion with ease, and then a basement dropkick to follow it up. Brian going after the arm now of Chris Jericho. Beautiful springboard moonsault, but nobody there. Chris Jericho managed to get out of the way, and now this is where Chris Jericho is so dangerous, except Brian Michael Bendis just wafting aside that dropkick attempt, and now BMB back in control as he lifts up Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho marched over to the corner. I imagine he's going to be placed face first. Yes, that is a popular move amongst all of the wrestlers on this roster. And Brian, slingshot leg drop to the outside, beautifully executed by the challenger. Up to the top rope with ease. Chris Jericho in the splash zone here. As, nobody there. Chris Jericho, out of the way, gets out of the ring, climbs back in, still has time to throw BMB into that corner. And now Jericho, just a boot to the side of the knee of BMB, and that is going to slow down the high flyer here significantly as Chris Jericho, big overhand strike, drops the challenger to his knees and then ultimately to the canvas as Chris Jericho continues, does not let up. Jericho to the outside following Brian Michael Bendis, who was probably looking for a bit of respite by rolling to the outside. No dice, says Chris Jericho, sending him back in. And I'd like to remind everybody that we were having issues as recently as a few weeks ago. Huge kick to the face of the challenger into the cover. Only a 2 count. We're having huge issues as recently as a few weeks ago where so many matches were ending in countouts because everybody was staying outside the ring for ages. That appears to have been fixed now in recent patches. And there we can see a member of the Undisputed Era getting involved, and that is Piston Cage removing that turnbuckle pad in the top right. Chris Jericho calling for something here after a flurry of offense from Brian Michael Bendis, and it appears these two are now starting to trade blows. We've got a terrible angle of it because the larger of the two wrestlers, Chris Jericho, is basically blocking the entirety of Brian Michael Bendis. Jericho calling for more, counter, and chop. And BMB follows up with a big strike of his own, chop from Jericho. And then an enziguri drops the challenger. And Chris Jericho now has his signature, and Brian Michael Bendis' title aspirations are in jeopardy here, but he has got in a timely counter, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from the challenger. Chris Jericho straight back to his feet, springboard dropkick lands flush. Chris Jericho, important to note, sacrificed some of his blue signature bar there to stand up early, and it has obviously paid off for him as he beckons for BMB to get to his feet. Hello, PlayStation Nation. Are you there? Oh, and it's a leaping code breaker from Chris Jericho, and the challenger could be out. But Chris Jericho has a signature and a finisher. And Brian... and there's another one, a code breaker from Chris Jericho. And Brian Michael Bendis is absolutely decimated here. This could be the beginning of the end for him as he's sent into the ropes. And it's the spinning back elbow, that Jude Piss effect. And I have a horrible feeling that Brian Michael Bendis is done here. And it is a retention for Chris Jericho as the Undisputed Era watches on from ringside. Brian Michael Bendis may have won the Elimination Chamber, but ultimately it was all for naught. as Piss Jericho continues to reign here at WalrusMania. That back spinning elbow, that finishing maneuver of his, here it is, the Jude Piss effect as it's known, absolutely clobbering Brian Michael Bendis. And it's Big Piss who will walk out of WalrusMania still champion. And it could be the start of huge things for the Undisputed Era, because they are confirmed, obviously, to be walking out with a pip-down men's champion. But tomorrow, in Universe, on WalrusMania Night 2, fellow stablemate, brother in the Undisputed Era, Seth Pissin Rollins challenges Michael Johnson for the Wide Championship after winning the tournament. If he wins that, the Undisputed Era walk out with 2 pieces of singles gold, which is not to be sniffed at. Too good. That song's too good. Everybody, it is time for the main event. James Jenkins won our Royal Rumble, which means that he automatically got to challenge for his brand's World Championship, that being the BENXT Men's Championship, in the main event of Night 1 of WalrusMania, and that time has finally come. When he won it, Dick Mychinko was the men's champion. Since then, E.E. Tim has been the champion, and I believe he may well be the longest reigning BENXT men's champion of all time up to this point. Unsuccessful earlier in the night, E.E. Tim, in defending his Aldi Red Thunder championship, and he has 2 of his P-Volution, that's what they're called, P-Volution heavies in his corner in Randy Honking and Rim Flair. But James has backup 2 in the form of Cat the Writer. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he? Can he do it? Can he do it though? Can James Jenkins do it?
He can.
Can he do it, James?
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can, James. Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just
Hi.
Can he do it, James?
Hello. Well, I had to mute your stream, otherwise I'd be hearing you twice. But
of course.
Thank you very much for having me. Oh my God, it's going to be a huge matchup.
It's going to be massive. I've sent you a live feed, James, on Discord, so hopefully you can watch it with me, so you're not watching on a delay.
More live, yeah.
I am joined by alternate dimension flesh and blood James Jenkins.
I am the manager of this digital but also very real wrestler. He's come straight out of Jenkins Academy. He's our hottest prospect yet. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you too. James Jenkins won the Royal Rumble earlier this year, as I said. Before we get started, what would a win for James Jenkins here tonight mean for James Jenkins?
Oh my God, it'll be huge. It'll be validation, like I say, for the Jenkins Academy. Mm-hmm. It'll be validation for the minutes of preparation that he's put into watching the YouTube tutorials, doing the stretches, Googling what wrestling is. He is ready.
Yes.
And it'll mean vindication against that pissy E.E. Tim.
That darned E.E. Tim. Before we go any further, make sure you go give James a follow if you haven't already. Jenks_gaming_. It's in the chat now.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much.
Go drop him a follow. So, James, I want to apologise in advance just in case this ends up being a massive squash match, because I have no idea how this is going to go at all.
Dude, it'll be pretty funny either way. No, so, I've got faith. And so
I've got faith too. I'm just setting your expectations in case this call only lasts a minute and a half.
That's fine. I mean, now, in which case, I hope you're well. Merry Christmas, etc.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. I'll see you at New Year's. Of course, by just a bit of admin between you and I, James. By tuning into the feed that you've got there, you won't hear their entrance music, but you will hear the game audio.
Fine,
so there we are. Right. Okay. Are we ready to do this main event of Night 1 of WalrusMania? James Jenkins versus E.E. Tim for the BENXT Men's Championship.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. Come on, we can do this.
You ready? Are you ready?
I am. Yeah, the occasion has got to me. Hopefully it doesn't get to the man in the ring, about to be in the ring.
He looks ready.
And,
he's recently ditched his caveman attire in favor of his Limp Bizkit attire, so I feel like he's locked in and he's taking it real seriously now, you know?
It's an interesting development, actually. I mean, it's kind of like how, you know, in the lower leagues you have a different gimmick, and now he's got like he's got a change of style, a change of theme.
Yeah.
Of course, Kat, the manager for this one as well, she's helped out massively here. She's written up all of the PR.
Yep. All the copy.
Some of it needed. Yeah.
Have you got a victory speech and a concession speech written already, or just a victory speech?
Oh, I've got a concession speech. It's very short and contains several swears.
Okay, I look forward to hearing it.
I don't have a victory speech now.
Okay, right. Well, let's take it to the ring then. I believe we may get some introductions from Mike Rome, the ring announcer, first, before we get to the entrances. Here we go, James.
Oh, it's exciting.
Been building to it for ages. Feels like the Rumble was months ago. It
was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you mentioned about
took forever.
Bombs on this. I was like, oh right, sweet. So I'll see you like next week. After.
Yeah. We'll be right there.
Oh man, I love everything about this setup. By the way, who did the arena for this?
I think this was Bad Joke Billy, who's made loads of bespoke TripleJump based stuff
Billy.
In the past.
Hell yeah.
Here's Jiminy Jenkins.
Look at this unit. He's ready.
He's ready to go. He's wearing his biggest jacket because it's quite cold. And there's Kat, the tag team, both known as Triple Threat, because of course, James, you can both write, edit, and present. So you're a triple threat.
Allegedly, all of those things.
Well, Kat, accompanying you to ringside. What does this mean for the confidence of James Jenkins to have a friendly face in his corner, especially considering that EE Tim will not be coming out alone?
It's definitely going to help even the odds. I mean, Kat, excuse the pun, she does have claws. She do have claws.
She do.
She will fight back if they try and interfere. They fucking better not.
They better not. Well,
go on, ask. Look at that beautiful ring attire, and also the jorts. Love that.
The jorts too. Yeah, the tactical jorts. But here comes the BENXT men's champion. He walked in tonight in the opening match of WalrusMania as a double champion.
Ooh! And now, can I just say about that first match? I do feel like he's absolutely thrown now. He's thrown away one championship.
He's thrown it on purpose to focus, to get rested, to walk in at 120%. A 23 2/3% chance of winning in this one, potentially. He is flanked, of course, James, by one half of the BENXT Tag Team Champions, Rim Flair, who'll be defending his title tomorrow in a ladder match, and one half of the former Pit Down Tag Team Champions in Randy Honking, who was unsuccessful in the ladder match earlier tonight.
It was unfortunate. The ladders, they didn't really get how ladders worked, did they? It was an interesting tactic, but it's just, you won't see that at the Jenkins Academy School for Wrestling Academy.
No, of course.
It's peak work from all the boys there. All of our clones, and we are facing off against the best one here. I feel like he's just mugging us all off there, standing there, drinking his water. He's going to need to go for his own EE, Tim.
Well, as Rosita63 says, what's in that bottle, Tim? What's in there?
Yeah.
Is it water, or is it... Is it asteroids? Is it asteroids? It could be. He's dropped it. It's gone forever. We'll never know. I don't know how he's drinking it through his mask either. A lot of questions. A lot of questions to be asked of the mindset and the actions of the champion tonight. But, James, it is time for the introductions. Are you ready?
Just about this.
There it is. That beautiful belt.
It's a beautiful piece of art.
That's what you'll be competing for this evening.
Yeah.
BENXT men's.
That's what we'll be winning.
That's what you'll be winning. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Over to Mike Rome. You're from Manchester, England, apparently.
Oh, yeah. What they say in Manchester.
James Jenkins teleporting to his victory fist pump there, and then he'll teleport back probably as well.
Powerful.
BENXT. He keeps getting one.
The soon-to-be former.
EE Tim has had a hell of a reign on this roster since arriving. And his compatriots in P-Volution have been hugely successful as well in both the tag team divisions, particularly in the tag team divisions, but a few of them also in the Aldi Red Thunder and Little Kong Strong divisions as well, when the wheel has called them forth.
Of course, always love to see a good wheel.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of wheel action there, but I feel like Tim, I hope and I pray that he hasn't forgotten how to do his day job, because he's going to be retired after this. That's right.
Fighting words there as James Jenkins drops the champion, but a counter from Tim, and Tim immediately punching the face of James Jenkins, who has interestingly decided not to forego his glasses and wear contacts. Could that be a disadvantage, or is that just sort of what he's used to wearing, James?
It's kind of a bit of both. I mean, it's a bit of a tactical play, assuming that he would Tim would be a gentleman and not hit someone with glasses.
Why would he do that?
However, clearly he's not feeling that. So maybe he needed to even the odds. I mean, Tim would be safety goggles as well.
Yeah.
This
Into
is
an early
not
cover
looking
here.
good for our boy. But that's
Rough
okay.
start.
He can shake it off.
Rough start for James, but you cannot deny the confidence of a man wearing socks and sandals. He could be back in this thing before you know it. Tim, though, the champion, up to the top rope, looking for something.
It is the traditional wear.
The traditional wear of a wrestler. That's what you teach in the Jenkins Academy. And a huge crossbody from the champion. And immediately you see Randy honking there. He's removing the turnbuckle pad in the corner. Nobody's going to want to hit that now, because that is going to hurt a lot. The referee did not see it. Not really sure how.
I'm going to need an exclamation mark ref.
I think you will.
That is disgusting.
It's possible. Tim, full head of steam, massive clothesline. Decapitates James Jenkins. Does James Jenkins have I mean, I know we talked about speeches, obviously, but does he have a plan post-match, win or lose? Is he going to go for some food or something?
I think he's gonna go for a cheeky Domino's, obviously.
Obviously,
win or lose.
A distraction
probably
there.
Just hang out. This is what I'm talking about. Cat needs to get in there, distract the
does need to help a
distractors.
bit, yeah.
It's okay. Ooh, yeah. I think we're going to listen to a bit of Limp Bizkit's Best work, and
yeah, Chocolate Starfish. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. The song will change depending on whether it was a win or lose.
Right, I see. It's just one of those days if you lose, right? Yeah.
Those days, yeah.
Give me something to break. Okay, Jenkins now the challenger.
Okay.
Managing to get a bit of offense in, but Tim able to slip out the back door. Tim is a slippery customer here. As soon as James gets any kind of offense going here, Tim is just able to find a way to slip back in.
Some pissy-covered gloves.
Yeah, it is.
The referee not.
Oh, the referee has.
Out, and now they've noticed that.
Now they noticed that. They're sorting out. But James, I thought they were about to powerbomb James Jenkins straight over the top rope, but just hanging him up instead. And Tim, James, is closing in on his signature. That blue bar nearly full. Frog splash. Tim now has his signature, and I'm really worried that this might be short and sweet for James Jenkins in the main event. Because if Tim can hit this signature, it could be nighty-night, you sweet piece of shit, for James Jenkins, and we don't want that. We want a bit more of a back-and-forth contest here, as James is just being made a bit of a victim here by Tim, who's really just putting on a hell of a show.
I do feel that this was maybe we should have trained him with a few more tutorial videos, but it's okay. We have faith.
Maybe you EE'd a bit more than you could Tim, as the saying goes.
It's true.
Full head of steam. Oh my goodness me, just cleaning the face, washing the face of Jenkins into the cover. Could this be it? Is Tim going to win off a big boot to the face of Jenkins? Not quite. James is still alive in this thing. Cat watching on, offering no words of support.
The perseverance.
That was arguably the iron beard of James there preventing the full collision. But oh my goodness me, that's Tim's finisher. Is James about to be flushed away by the BENXT Men's Champion? And sadly, unfortunately for James Jenkins, it is a retention for Tim in the main event of WalrusMania.
Do you know what? I don't want to say that I threw the match, but at the same time, I've won a lot of money there. No,
I mean, you got a main event payday, James, for being in the main event, so you could have a lot. You could have at least one Domino's with that.
Oh my god, yeah, we could have almost a whole pizza, a large.
You could. You could. So what's next for James Jenkins and Kat the writer? I mean, I know you're probably feeling a bit rough. This has just happened, but what does your future hold? And can we hear that concession speech?
to be honest, so I've got. Hang on, let me just unfold this nice bit of paper here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Fuck E, Tim, and fuck all y'all.
Fair, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, honestly, the what's coming up afterwards. I mean, look, he's not even taking it with graciousness.
Look at this fucking guy. He's rubbing it in.
This fucking guy, man. I do believe that we've come a long way here.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning. Not only for Jenkins, but for Triple Threat. I mean, look, I think that Cat is ready to be part of the big time. We need to be in that next ladder match, and we need to show them how they make and set up ladders.
Yes.
And
you can teach
Ben
them.
will be coming for the piss bastards.
That's a beautiful way to look at it, James. I'm sorry your match only went, let me check, -3 seconds.
Okay.
But hopefully when you win the next Royal Rumble, remember, you're the only man to have ever won a Royal Rumble in BENXT, and nobody can take that away from you. You main evented WalrusMania, and you are one of 2 men to have done that. So
right.
Congratulations, you can hold
Thank
your
you.
head high, and hopefully we'll see you with some gold very soon.
Cheers. Well, it's been an honor and a privilege. Thank you very much for having me. I mean, we will be back. We will be getting gold soon.
We will be back.
It may be in a tag team match. It may be in singles. But Tim, you're on the fucking list, pal. Okay?
He's on the fucking list.
Let me tell you, I'm looking for some of the break.
Yeah. James, thank you so much for joining me, man. I appreciate it. And go give James a follow. Jenks_gaming_. When are you next streaming?
Oh, thanks very much. It should be tomorrow, 2 p.m. GMT. So yeah,
Fantastic.
I'll be streaming a very weird bin-related RPG. So that'll be fun.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, it's that. Honestly, don't ask. It's been a fucking joke that's been developed far too much, but it's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, thanks very much, and cheers everyone. Thank you everyone who voted and bet on poor old Jimmy Jenkins. He'll be better next time.
He will. I know he will be. But you have a fantastic Christmas, James, and I will see you on New Year's Eve, man. I'll see you on New Year's.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway, yeah, have a wonderful time, and yeah, cheers everyone. Take it easy, Ben. I'll see you later.
Thanks, man. Catch you soon.
Bye.
Bye. There goes James Jenkins, Royal Rumble winner and WalrusMania main event loser. Someone had to lose. A good attitude there from James in defeat, but unfortunately for him, it is Tim who will continue to reign, much like Piss Jericho will continue to reign. Bad luck thus far in the Elimination Chamber and Royal Rumble winners books, but tomorrow could be a different story. It's the ladies' turn. We will have the Elimination Chamber winner on the women's side and the Royal Rumble winner on the women's side, challenging their respective world championships. Maybe it could be different. Pamela Anderson escaped the cage before Pippa the Cat, who actually technically it makes a bit more sense because Pippa, she does have a catio out the back door, and she's not allowed out of that, so she was probably just behaving herself. So actually, good job, Pippa. That is a very well behaved and good cat. We had a title change. The Pufferfish, the winner of the Churnament, defeating Jill Sandwich for the Butterfield title. Daronk and Judas retained their belts. A lot of retentions tonight. But in the opening match, it was German Cheggers who dethroned Tim for the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. Was it Tim's decision to be eliminated first in that so that he could be at full strength for the main event? That remains to be seen. We now move on to WalrusMania Night 2, which will involve a little bit of admin as I have to construct all of the matches. But first, I'm going to go get an exclusive word with Tim, and I'll let you know what he has to say in but a few moments. Don't go anywhere, or I'll kill you. I swear I'll. Righty ho, chaps. Let's continue, shall we? Oh, apparently it's still Pip down. I should have turned that off. That's a lie. I've lied to you. There is no Pippa here. She's sulking because she lost. Sleeveless Wizard, thank you so much for the resub. 7 months, love the VOD. Sorry can't spend more time on the live streams as I love to gamble. Sorry, predict results. However, I'm going to miss the suplexes for Grandma. Well, I hope to catch you in the VOD. Thank you for the kind words and thank you for the resub as well. Really appreciate it. Swarthy Mofo, similarly, 7 months in a row. Thank you. Now, EE Tim has been on a real... He's been in a real fucking mood, quite frankly, ever since winning the big one a while back and surrounding himself with the rest of P-Volution. I asked him how he feels about his victory tonight, and he sort of stared me dead in the eyes, and then he just, like, shoulder-checked me as he walked out of the bathroom. Not on. He's got a real attitude, that guy. I hope someone can take him down a peg. DanLocky25, 8 months in a row. Thank you very much, Dan. Thank you. Now, everybody, it is time for WalrusMania Night 2. What will be interesting to see here is the show that the game gives us by virtue of what it thinks we should have. We're going to change everything about it, but let's see what WWE 2K25 thinks WalrusMania Night 2 should be. I mean, that's fucking fair. And that match will happen, albeit in a ladder capacity. Red Thunderman versus Ben Potter with the Drinks Fairy in his corner. Interesting. Danny DeVito versus T-Virus. Rules Boss versus Hideo Kojima. And Simon Miller versus Peter Austin. And then Brian Michael Bendis challenges Piss Jericho again. You know what, we should just do this. Let's just do this one instead. I'd love to see Peter Austin versus Simon Miller and Rules Boss versus Hideo Kojima. Okay, the first thing we are going to do is we're actually going to delete a match because we're not doing the full 6. We're doing 5. Because I initially planned for there to be 2 rivalry matches. Obviously, we had Pippa and Pamela on the first show. But then I was looking at the runtime and I thought this is going to be too long. There's too much of it. So, let me consult the spreadsheet and I shall tell you what's happening next. Up first, we will have the Little Kong Strong tables match. The current champion is, unfortunately, Gollum. But we're going to need to spin a wheel to decide who else is in it. So let's get Gollum in there first. And once again, we are going to populate this match with participants who are not otherwise on WalrusMania, so we may have to spin a few times. Put me in, coach. I need that payday. Let's see. It will be pulled from the Pip Down roster, and Lord Brotovich is on the Pip Down roster, so let me just find the wheel window. The wheel window. Here we go. Let's spin. Who gets pulled first? It's Tina. It's Tina. I've got so many windows open. What I need is 6 monitors for BENXT. That would be helpful. Tina, congratulations, you're going to WalrusMania. Up next. Oh, it's nearly Lord Brotovich, nearly, but it's Jackanism. Jackanism is in. 2 more slots remain. The T-Virus is going to WalrusMania. And finally, Lord Brotovich is crossing his chicken fingers. But sadly, it will not be him. I tell you what, the Pip Down wheel did a great job there. That's your field. Gollum defending his crown. Against Tina, T-Virus, Jackanism, and the Eggs Budden. But that's not the only bloody match we've got this evening. Oh, we also have the Tag Team Ladder Match. Where's Jugson these days? Has he vanished back into the gloom? He was in the opening match, Ben. You might have just missed him. The wheel called him forth, and he answered. Garlic and all. Garlic and all. Right, we're doing a no, not triple threat. We're doing a triple threat tornado tag. That's what we're doing. It is for a championship. And the participants are the Mod Squad, former 2-time BENXT Tag Team Champions. They do, as much as it pains me to say it, deserve a shot at WalrusMania. Mr. Black. No, oh shit. Okay, it's now gone to Trowling Badger. This UI is confusing. And Mr. Black, there we are. The current champions. Rim Flare. Hang on. Have you got the Drinks Fairy in your corner? What the... What? Hang on. What? That was weird. Rim Flare. Drinks Fairy, what are you doing? There we are. And his tag team partner, Triple Flush. There we go. Scandals at WalrusMania. And then, of course, the people who should have had a match for this championship, but we ran out of days in the week to do it. It is the Dark Picture Pals. Dr. Rennell Hill and Silas the Dog Boy. There it is, the BENXT Tag Team Championships. It is their turn to be defended. Then we have the BENXT Wide Championship on the line. And this will be between the current champion, Michael Johnson. Where are we? Where are you, Mikey? That's Jugson. Oh, fuck. And then it defaulted back to A. Really good. Love that. Michael Johnson defending against the winner of the tournament of the Wide Championship. The Wide Championship Churnament. Seth Pissin Rollins. Imagine if the Undisputed Era walked out with 2 titles. Imagine how insufferable they would be. Seth Pissin Rollins. And you know what? He should have his people at ringside, shouldn't he? He's going to go out with Piss Stratus. There we are. Just the one, actually. Championship. The Wide Championship. Newly redesigned by Dan. It looks fantastic. No rest for the wicked. Because up next, it's the Vidiots Championship on the line. This will be a triple threat match between the champion, Ben Potter, and the challengers, poor Mikey Johnson, who, if he does well in the last match and then does well in this match, could walk out as double champion, to be fair, so it could be a very lucrative night for Mikey. And of course, Peter Austin, the other member of the Vidiots trio. So this title, going forward, will be defended at every single pay-per-view in a triple threat match between these 3 participants. So Vidiots and the Vidiots Championship will live on in BENXT every single pay-per-view at the big shows. These 3 will face off for the title. So Vidiots Championship up for grabs. There we go. And then we've got the 2 women's matches. Customized match. This is also it's a one-on-one match, and this is between the Elimination Chamber. No, I've just saved it again. Let's fix that. Do you have to post the belt every couple of weeks? Yes. Whoever wins has to physically hold the real championship as well. So, change participants. This is a title match. And this is between the Elimination Chamber winner, Fisher Price Carr, who should have the Chevrolet Matiz in her corner, and the BENXT Women's Champion, who is, of course, Grimbis. That's going to be a tough task. Tough task for the Fisher Price Carr. There we are. And in the main event, it is the Royal Rumble winner, Biker Barbara Piss, challenging the Chevrolet Matiz, Hang on, how have I got so many matches? Have I done this wrong? No, I haven't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, what? Have I done that wrong? I haven't done that wrong. Maybe I originally intended to do 7 matches. I didn't. So Biker Barbara Pierce won the Royal Rumble, which means she will challenge the Chevrolet Matisse, who beat Pippa the Cat out of nowhere. Imagine if the Fisher-Price car wins her match, and then these two get to walk into the main event as world champions. That would be a beautiful moment. It's going to be tough, though. And there we have it. That is night 2 of WalrusMania. What the fuck am I listening to? I can't even begin to explain it to you. You're just going to have to go along for the ride. In the opening match, the Little Kong Strong Championship. Gollum defends against Eggs Budden, Jackanism, Tina, and T-Virus. The champions, Triple Flush and Rim Flare, defend their belts in a ladder match against the Mod Squad and the Dark Picture Pals. Michael Johnson defends his Wide Championship against the tournament winner Seth Pissin Rollins, with Piss Stratus in her corner. Ben Potter defends his Vidiots Championship against Michael Johnson and Peter Austin. Grimace defends her BENXT Women's Championship against the Elimination Chamber winner Fisher Price Car. And in the main event, it's the Pip Down Women's Championship match with Biker Barbara Pierce, the Rumble winner, taking on the Chevrolet Matisse. There we are. Please try. I literally would be here for hours. You've got a spare 600 hours, right? You can watch 7 months of VODs. Oh, you'll be fine. Okay, let's get this thing underway then. We're going to start off with the tables match. So, Troweling Badger, if you are there, thank you very much for your efforts thus far. I need you once again. There you go. Why is Barbara Pierce not 99 overall? She's already, to be fair, she's already massively over. Like, her attributes are way higher than everybody else's anyway. Everybody's sort of got a benchmark level of 75 to keep it even, but select members of the roster are a bit higher, and Barbara is one of those. So. One of these days we'll make a year recap video. Fuck, I don't have time. Do you guys have time for that? Am I going a bit frame ratey? Am I alright? Looked like I was slowing down a bit there. Hopefully my computer doesn't blow up. I might close Discord. Just in case it's getting a bit scared. There we are. Let's remove some resources. Okay, opening match. Predictions are now live. Here we go. Night 2 of WalrusMania. We're kicking it off with one of our favourite matches. First person to put someone else through a table walks out with the Little Kong Strong Championship. And we're going to find out who that is now. We don't want Gollum to win. You stop it. We don't want Gollum to win.
The following contest is a fatal 5-way tables match and is for the Lucha Libre
No.
Stampede.
That's not it. No. Championship is correct. That's some of it. Well done, buddy.
Introducing the challenger from Area 51, the Virus.
T-Virus has come very close to winning championships, particularly in this kind of environment. In fact, she was one of the final few in the Women's Rumble. So she is no stranger to multi-person matches, but is tonight her night on the biggest stage of them all. I know someone who'd have something to say about that. And that is one half of the former, I want to say, BENXT Tag Team Champions. Representing BB and Tina.
And from Germany,
It's Tina. Yeah, BB and Tina, former one-time BENXT Tag Team Champions. She has held a title before. Now over on Pip Down. Hasn't had quite as much success. But tonight it could all change. Speaking of recent shows of good form, would be remiss not to mention this man, who recently put on a hell of a show. I can't remember who it was against, but it looked like he was going to win several times. I think it was in a tournament match, actually. Jack A. Nism could win his first piece of gold tonight. Oh no, my battery. A piece of 8, if you will. That is a pirate reference. Do you know pirates? Can you spell pirates? Say it with me now. Pirates. And I want everyone to hold your breath. You can probably already fucking smell him, because he's disgusting and horrible, and I don't really want to look at him at all. But unfortunately, he is the wide champion, and he will be coming into this match as champion. Thank you, Trailing Badger. Final standings: T-Virus 23%, Tina 14%, Jack A. Nism 18%, Gollum 30%, and the Eggs Budden 15%. It's the man with the 6-hour entrance. He only gets fog when he's a champion. And he'll be here any minute. His music is nearly finished. Where is he? Oh god, I saw him pop in. I don't like it. Let's get a... Oh, look at all the people who have to witness Gollum. Up close and personal. Awful. Can we go free cam? No, we can't. Oh, look at him. He's horrid. His music's finished and he's not even left the ramp yet. That's all you get, Gollum. You wretched beast. You disgusting little creature. Get off my screen. And finally, press the X button to win a championship.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 190 pounds,
A luchador? X Budden is the only person in this match other than Gollum to have held this title before. So he knows how to win it. And now we are ready to go. And here is a nice close-up of that beautiful little Kong Strong Championship. Tina, T-Virus, Eggs Budden, Jackanism, and the champion Gollum. First person to put someone else through a table walks out as champ. Who is gonna... How did Gollum even do that? I hate it, I hate it, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. 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 Get him away. Jackanism taking the initiative to set up a table immediately, but someone interrupts there. That was Tina, actually, it appears. And Gollum is absolutely flying thus far. It hates me. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to see him. I mean, I don't like to see him. I don't like him. I hate him. But he is doing very well so far. T-Virus definitely has the strength advantage in this match, towering above the other competitors. Tina, however, sends the T-Virus into the corner, turns her attention to Gollum. Gollum sent over the top rope. He can't win the championship out there. Jackanism again going to set up that table. And intercepted by Tina, who seemingly does not want anyone to set up the table. But her. Wet Knee Houston. Excellent name. How you doing? Welcome in. Massive powerbomb from the T-Virus. Fresh off being a menace in Raccoon City, and we could be in for a very quick end here if the T-Virus can put Tina through this table. Nobody else is nearby. Can Tina counter? The T-Virus is all alone. Oh, but Tina slips out the back door, able to escape, and now it's the T-Virus who hangs on a precipice here, but Tina manages to miss with that Irish whip. T-Virus down. In the corner, Gollum dropped on the outside by Jackanism, who is now slapping his bum. I don't know really what tactical advantage that gives him, and now Tina has the T-Virus in a dangerous position. T-Virus with the counter. Eggs Budden going to be getting back in the ring here. He really needs to interject unless oh my god, what was that? What was that? The T-Virus had the championship banged to rights there, slamming Tina through it, but the table just bounced away like it was stuffed full of helium, some sort of inflatable table. Those are the tables we got for WalrusMania. And this match continues. I mean, I'm kind of glad because it means we get to see more of this match, but that's not going to please those who predicted this match with their BENXT bucks that the T-Virus would win. Because that was the T-Virus's moment. The table sits alone in the ring now. Oh, and Jackanism sent into it, which will collapse it. Someone paid off that table. Putting the table in inflatable. Jackanism sets up the table, and Gollum now will collapse it as he climbs into the ring. That wretched little monster. And I don't know how he's got the power to do this, but he's... sit-out pile driver on Jackanism as the T-Virus now is the victim of Gollum's clammy grasp. What the fuck was that? Springboard 450, maybe? Unbelievable. I don't know what the X button's doing on the outside. And, Gollum's being made very familiar with the table. Face first, springboard moonsault from the T-Virus to Gollum, who will claw his way to the outside for a bit of respite. And now T-Virus intercepted by Jackanism, dropped by Jackanism. The champion grabbed by Jackanism, sent over the top rope, clings on. Tina now makes her way into the ring. Table's getting a bit frisky again. Jackanism sent over the top rope. And Tina sent for a ride by the T-Virus, and X-Button now finally is in the ring, sets up a table. The T-Virus has her back turned, and X-Button is going to try and stop this. He's not. He's turned. We've got to be careful here because it's the same two usual suspects, and the T-Virus finally has Tina in the right place. Nobody is stopping her, and it is the T-Virus who finally has redemption and will walk out of here as the Little Kong Strong champion. She, quite frankly, should have won it about 3 minutes ago. But it turns out that there is justice in this world, and the T-Virus not only wins, look, there it goes, the table flying off, not only wins, but she puts Tina through it, who is the person who, as we saw there, was the one that collided with the inflatable table. Everybody was in the ring at this point. There was no reason why T-Virus was left to her own devices. Gollum's got to be gutted. But the T-Virus has a championship that matches her beak. And that's got to make her feel good, I assume, if she is capable of feeling good. All she does is infect people and turn them into horrible monsters. Congratulations to the T-Virus. And the opening match of WalrusMania Night 2 is under our belts. These matches always feel like when they've just stuck 205 live matches in the middle of Raw, over in seconds and absolutely nuts. The little freak has been dethroned. Poor Gollum. Oh well. Moving on, up next, we have the Mod Squad, the Dark Picture Pals, and P-Volution, all vying for the BENXT Tag Team Championships in a ladder match. Championships suspended above the ring. Can the Mod Squad capture a third title? Will the reign of terror from P-Volution continue? Or will the Dark Picture Pals finally capture gold? We'll have to see, won't we? Championships on the line next. Predictions will be up in a second as well. Just going to wait for those predictions to go up. Shouldn't be long. In fact, let's get started with the entrances, shall we? Here we go. Oh, predictions are live. Excellent. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Oh no.
BENXT!
It's Tom Campbell.
Here at WalrusMania, it is my honor to introduce to you
Who's he
the
introducing?
two-time, soon-to-be, new-time BENXT Tag Team Champions of the
Don't say the Mod Squad. Don't say the Mod Squad.
The Trowling Butcher and Mr. Black, the Mod Squad.
They've paid off Tom Campbell to do a special ring announcement. I thought there was justice in this world, but it appears that the Mod Squad have deep pockets. Announced to the ring exclusively by Cultaholic and hopefully AEW's own Thomas Campbell there. It is the former two-time BENXT Tag Team Champions, the Mod Squad. The inimitable Tom Campbell there. Love that man. Big thanks to Tom. And also, if I may pull back the curtain a little, Mr. Black for providing that video as well. That was all his doing. And it was excellent. So, I mean, now going back into character. Boo, Mod Squad. How dare they? I can't believe Tom Campbell would support the Mod Squad. And here come the champions. Of course, without their belts, because they are already suspended above the ring.
Nice one, Tom. Quite still not shouted. I hope the Mod Squad
I actually had to practice that last bit because I needed to get the timing down for Tom's video ending and the match to have loaded. And I think we got it pretty much bang on, so I'm pretty happy with how that went. I shouldn't have said that because again, it kind of ruins the immersion a bit. But hey, go us, right? Go us. The tag team champions representing P-Volution, Triple Flush, Rim Flare, perhaps encouraged by the successful retention of their leader EE Tim last night over James Jenkins, but they have got some stiff competition this evening. And out next, it's the people's favourite. Crank it up loud. Dark Preacher pals are ready for war. They've challenged these gentlemen in particular twice, I believe now, for the titles and have been unsuccessful both times. First time they did win, but it was via count-out, so the title did not change hands.
Do I have time, or is it too late? Have I already decided mine? Try to keep a little hope, but I'm hanging on the road, and all I see while I fall are
Dark Picture Pals are here, and we're ready to get this match underway. Techiweo, thank you for those bits. Appreciate it. BENXT Tag Team titles. Rich lineage in this title division. Santina Morel, two-time champions. 90s Kids TV, that being Dave Benson Phillips and Neil Buchanan, one time. Los Pokémonos, 2 times. BB and Tina, 1 time. Mod Squad, 2 times. Team Redundant, 1 time. And current reigning champions, P-Evolution, 1 time. Mod Squad looking to make it 3. P-Evolution looking to extend their record reign. And of course, Silas the Dog Boy and Dr. Raynal Hill looking to capture their first. And it's long overdue in the opinion of many, but it's up to them whether or not they can work out how to climb a ladder. And rather encouragingly, Silas is immediately going after one such thing. And 3 members of each team have split off here in the early goings as Trailing Badger grabs the scruff of Silas the Dog Boy's neck, and Triple Flush grabbing another table. Dr. Raynal Hill about to be the victim of a powerbomb on the outside, courtesy of Mr. Black. Big right hand there from Triple Flush. He really wound that one up. Rim Flare, one half of the tag champ, sent ribs first into the steel steps on the outside as Silas the Dog Boy, by far the biggest man in this match. Definitely the size and strength advantage. Trailing Badger, the submission specialist. No slouch either. Got to keep your eyes on him. He is a former Aldi Red Thunder champion, as well as 2-time tag champ. And Dr. Raynal Hill sending Mr. Black face first into the ring post on the outside. Silas now looking to turn his attention back to Triple Flush, and Trailing Badger playing spoiler here. As Dr. Hill takes that rim flare on the outside, Mr. Black waiting. And Silas hung up on the ropes there. Triple Flush sliding to the outside, and Silas is all on his own now, I was going to say, but immediately, very astute there, turns his attention to rim flare and clocks him before he can even stand in the ring. Gut wrench, powerbomb. Trailing Badger astutely, correctly recognising that Silas the Dog Boy the biggest threat here, although now everyone getting back into the ring. I was going to say, if Trailing Badger can get rid of Silas, or neutralise him at least, then that ladder is open and ready to go. But it's Rim Flare who's going to go to the top as quickly as possible. Dr. Raynal Hill cutting him off at the pass. Triple Flush back in the ring now. That's all right. Back suplex there. Oh my goodness me, and a headbutt levels Trailing Badger. Already this match far more competitive and ladder focused than the ladder match we witnessed on night 1 of WalrusMania. Rim Flare, atomic drop there to Mr. Black. In the ring, Silas the Dog Boy being punished, by Triple Flush. And a big backbreaker from Mr. Black to Rim Flare, and he punches this steel chair out of the hands of Dr. Raynal Hill. And then a belly-to-belly suplex. Silas the Dog Boy picks up a ladder, interrupted by Triple Flush, who catches him with a high knee. Now both members of P-Evolution in the ring. Briefly, Rim Flare rolls out, walks straight into a chair shot from Trailing Badger. And Silas the Dog Boy hoisting up one half of the champions into a power slam. And that is going to incapacitate Triple Flush for a second. And Silas rightly taking the opportunity to be the first man, or rather, dog, to get his hands on the title, and Trailing Badger interrupting. He's all on his own here. Everyone is turning their backs on Silas the Dog Boy. This could be the Dark Picture Pals moment. Nobody is interrupting at all. Could he get it? Triple Flush is there. He's pushing the ladder out of the way. Silas the Dog Boy dangling from a thread. Oh, and just in the background you can see Triple Flush powerbombing Silas the Dog Boy. An excellent opportunity, brilliantly executed by the Dark Picture Pals, but interrupted at the very last second by the tag team champion. Now that belt will be so loose, they're gonna need a new belt. By which I mean, whoever gets their fingers on that belt next, there's not going to be much left to do to loosen it. And if Mr. Black possibly there thinking, God, if only I had a 15 feet vertical leap and I could just jump up and grab it. But not so. No ladders currently set up. Oh my goodness me. Trailing Badger launches a chair at Silas the Dog Boy, and now is removing the cover of that table at ringside, the announce table, which is where I'm sitting. You can't see me there, I'm not pictured. Triple Flush has Mr. Black up on the announce table. Could we be about to see something really crazy? Trailing Badger would surely be out of commission here. Triple Flush can do something we can't... Oh no, it's actually Mr. Black is reversed in a sit-out powerbomb, and Triple Flush is down. Meanwhile, in the ring, Mr. Black is there, and he's got fingertips on the title, but there's both Dr. Raynal Hill and Rim Flair, oh my goodness me, who just punches Trowling Badger directly in the buttocks. He knows that he just put his tag team partner Triple Flush through the announce table at ringside and then just punches him right in the balls. And it is all breaking down here. I think I'm confident in saying, much better match than we had yesterday. Mr. Black, ladder in hand, potentially looking to introduce a third ladder. Oh, we've got a Beyblade ladder, but he meets Rim Flair, who absolutely wipes him out. And Rim's all on his own now. I spoke too soon. Headbutt from Mr. Black. Dr. Raynal Hill now sending Mr. Black into the ropes. Deep six from Dr. Raynal Hill, who needs to set up a ladder and take advantage if he wants to walk out of here as tag team champions alongside Silas the Dog Boy. But now, Mod Squad are on their own. The Mod Squad are all alone in that ring with nobody to stop them. Rim Flair, Mr. Black throws a table at him. Rim Flair able to counter the surprise offense of Trowling Badger, who is sent into the ladder. And we could see a retention here if Rim Flair decides to climb that ladder, which he is now doing. Who is going to stop him? Nobody is there at all. Trowling Badger is down. Triple Flush. Silas the Dog Boy rolls in to interfere. Trowling Badger back to his feet. No! What is Silas the Dog Boy doing? Again, a gross error from Silas the Dog Boy, completely unforced. And I think it's E.E. Tim's men who are going to walk out with the victory. I don't know what Silas was thinking, but it is P-Volution who have retained their championships here. Silas cutting off Trowling Badger, who was just about to pull Rim Flair off that ladder. I don't know what he was doing. This was the perfect moment for either the Mod Squad or the Dark Picture Pals to make history, but they couldn't get on the same page. Everyone disliked that. And it is E.E. Tim's men, the men of P-Volution, who retain their championships. This is just in the wake of disaster here as Silas the Dog Boy, an absolutely unforced error, preventing Trowling Badger from disrupting Rim Flair. And they are still BENXT Tag Team Champions. I did not believe going into this that on either night of WalrusMania that the Tag Team Champions on Pip Down or BENXT would retain, because it's a ladder match. What are the chances of that happening? But as it stands...
They did it again. All my hopes flashed down the toilet. Absolute shit show.
Thank you, Narugan. As it stands, P-Volution are walking out of WalrusMania with the BENXT Men's Championship and the BENXT Tag Team Championships still firmly in their grasp. But we're not done yet. We've still got more. Up next, speaking of urine-related dynasties, could Seth Pissin Rollins add a bit more gold to the Undisputed Eras cabinet as he challenges Michael Johnson for the BENXT Wide Championship? Swarthy Mofo just won 95,000 BENXT bucks. I don't think I'm allowed to predict anymore. My neighbours definitely heard me yelling at a video game being streamed 5,000 miles away. Bloody hell. The Dark Picture Pals will get theirs. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, they're still owed a regular championship match. So maybe we do that on Sunday on the special festive edition of BENXT. How does that sound? Okay. It's time, everyone. It's time for our next championship match. I know we're all upset about how that last one went. But be prepared to be even more upset as Michael Johnson is demolished by Seth Pissin Rollins, Michael Fartin Johnson. Oh dear. Okay, are we all ready? Oh, blimey. In 3 bets, I've gone from 63k to 2,446k to 338k to 89k. My God. Okay, here we go. 246k. That makes a bit more sense. You were briefly a millionaire, a multi-millionaire.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Worldwide Championship.
This is one of the closest title announcements that we have to reality worldwide. Pretty good, pretty good. Pierce it down! Seth Pissin Rollins, the Iron Man in the Royal Rumble earlier this year, entered at number 2, was one of the final 3. Didn't win. However, what he did win was the wide Churnament. And on the line, an opportunity at the BENXT Wide Championship at WalrusMania, which is the match that is taking place now. He faces Mikey Johnson, who won this title, I believe, in a ladder match on the BENXT Super Show when we were on the front page. Mikey Johnson has had to fend off Fanny Craddock in recent weeks and a very crooked referee in Pamela Anderson. But tonight is his biggest test yet. Seth Pissin Rollins versus Mikey Fartin Johnson for the Wide Championship. And here we go.
We got that doggy shit, nah, I ain't talking sexual. Walking round on all fours, they make me hit the floor. The floofers, the boofers, you know I'm talking about woofers. Woof woof, woof woof. Bring it down. I see them almost every day. You know I stop and say, hey, if that owner gets in my way, there's gonna be a price to pay. Smack a bitch. Smack a bitch, smack a bitch. What? And I ain't talking about a female dog. This one goes out to my boy Gabe, may he rest in peace. My heart hurt so much, I made a memorial quiche. Eggs, cheese, it was made to please and ease this sense of melancholy. I got a manifesto, I wanna be the first-o. Hug and pet every dog on this planet called Earth. Left hand, right hand, left hand, give it a pet.
Give it a pet indeed. Michael Johnson, the BENXT Wide Champion. Look at that fantastic belt. That was my face that I didn't want to see that close.
Introducing the challenger.
Do you want to see it that close?
From Devonport, Iowa, weighing in at 200.
Had to get wide for the wide match. We had to get wide for the wide match. This BENXT Wide Championship match will be represented in wide vision. There's Seth Pissin Rollins. Piss it down. Piss it down.
And his opponent from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 211 pounds. The
NXT Wide Champion. Flyboy Mikey Fartin Johnson. He's here. Good to see him walking as champ with his full entrance and his excellent rap. Okay, I'm going to switch back to regular view now. Mikey Johnson hands over the championship. This could be, and I don't mean to get fatalistic here, the final time he ever touches that championship for tonight. Belt held aloft. It's the richest prize in all of BENXT. That's a lie. Would you like to hear the former BENXT Wide Champions? I'm glad you asked. Emma the Bear, 2-time champion. Chab, one-time champion. Gollum, one-time champion. Commander Piss, one-time champion. Grimace, one-time champion. And now, Michael Johnson, the current champion. Neckbreaker from Seth Pissin Rollins. The champion is down. I don't want to be fatalistic, but someone will die. Remember that if Michael Johnson is unsuccessful in this match, in the very next match, he will be challenging for the Vidiots Championship. And, a knee strike from the challenger. Seth Pissin Rollins riding, much like the pufferfish, on last night's WalrusMania. Riding a wave of momentum, having won that Churnament to challenge for this title. And Michael Johnson has really sort of been on the receiving end of a regular beatdown in the last few weeks. So you have to wonder about the mindsets of both participants in this match going into it. As Seth Rollins up to the middle rope. The champion is down. Mikey Johnson. Oh, the Phoenix splash there. Beautifully executed by the challenger. And just a 2-count. Michael kicks out. Now, this is going to be very difficult for Mikey. Not just because of the momentum, but also just in the moment. He hasn't got a single piece of offense in so far. It has been one-way traffic for the challenger. As Seth Pissin Rollins stalking him on the outside. Elbow drop, the Phoenix splash. Sorry, yes, that is what it is. And up to a count of 10 they have to get back in the ring. Seth will send him in. Quick sharp. Climbs in afterwards. Mikey Johnson. It looked like he was able to counter that, but he walks, or rather stands up and gets... oh, here we go. Now we see the champion coming alive. A counter with the Scorpion Death Drop DDT. That sort of reverse DDT. Seth Rollins landing on the back of his head, and now Mikey going to work on the arm of Seth Rollins. Seth, though, able to roll out. And here we see the athleticism and the technique of Seth Pissin Rollins with the basement dropkick. And now Seth is in full control again. Mikey sacrificing some of his signature bar to stand up early. And I think we can all agree that did not go very well, as Seth Pissin Rollins cracks the champion with a pissagree. And this, it can't be over this quickly, can it? He's looking for the piss stomp. He kicks the gut. Full height and a piss stomp to the champion. This could be the biggest squash we've seen so far. I really don't want it to end this quickly, but unfortunately for Mikey Johnson, he got his entrance at WalrusMania, but that was it. An absolute squash from the challenger. Piss it down. Seth Pissin Rollins finally captures gold in BENXT, but unfortunately for the rest of us, it is at the expense of Mikey Barton Johnson. And the Undisputed Era will walk out of WalrusMania with 2 singles championships above their mantelpiece. Piss Jericho over on Pip Down with the World Championship, and Seth Pissin Rollins over on BENXT with the Wide Championship. Man, I hope a face wins at some point to really bring the crowd back up. Even the next match for the Vidiots Championship will arguably upset some of you, whoever wins, even though technically it's 3 faces going at it. And there he is, Seth Pissin Rollins with his trademark title victory. And I hope you enjoyed Mikey's entrance, because you are going to get to see it again in a second. Mikey Johnson dethroned at the hands of Seth Pissin Rollins. We have had 2 title changes so far. Let's see, what other... okay, so who are the faces in these? We've got Peter Austin, Michael Johnson and Ben Potter vying for the Vidiots Championship. The Fisher-Price car against the Grimace. And Biker Barbara Piss against the Chevrolet Matisse. I don't know. Piss is stronger than farts. The battle between pissin' and fartin' has been decided. Turns out you can piss into the wind. There we are. Right, up next, Peter Austin and Michael Johnson challenge Ben Potter for his Vidiots Championship. Those of you who were not able to make it to the Vidiots reunion stream last week, or haven't caught the VOD because it's not uploaded yet. It will be soon. Apologies for the spoiler that Ben ultimately wins, but I have edited a little highlights package for you so that you can be caught up on all the action that led us to this point. Are you ready? Here it comes. I've turned off the music and I'm scrolling manually. Here we go, nice and perfect. And here we go, here's the recap. Case in point, look at the athleticism of
Tossed
Peter
him like
Austin.
a pizza. Oh my god.
Crashing the skull of Mikey Johnson into the canvas. Ben will break that up, of course.
Can we ask
Ben,
Meatface to move away from the side of the ring, please? I don't want to look at... Oh, no, he's getting in. Never mind.
Oh, he's
no.
getting up. And look what he's doing, actually. While Peter attacks Ben on the outside, Meatface has removed that turnbuckle pad, exposing the steel ring in the corner. You do not want to be sent down a DDT from Ben.
It's interesting to think what one must fight against, the instincts you have to fight against. You're not just fighting a physical opponent with, you know, such strength and technique as we're seeing from both Ben and Mikey here, but also the mental opponent that is having to will yourself to punch your former colleagues in the face.
Billy Ray being tasked with calling this one. Oh, as Mikey sent into that ring post, the one that's been exposed by Meatface. Mikey sent again into that ring post.
I got no teeth left.
Goodness me. And Mikey taking advantage. Oh no, Ben's going into it too.
I have a taste of that.
First. What would it mean for Mikey to win the Vidiots Championship tonight?
I mean, well, it's all I've ever lived and dreamed of. Like, it's all led up to this, and you know, I think to end Vidiots and leave with the championship belt would mean the world. And I think the ace up my sleeve is Dave Benson Phillips, who deep down wants to hurt us all quite considerably.
A lot of people don't know, actually, that the DDT is named after Dave Benson Phillips.
And Peter, gets drop kicked to the... Oh, hang on a second.
What's this?
What? Oh, no. Oh, no, it's the Chevrolet Matiz.
Oh,
it's
no.
Peter's arch right. Peter, look out.
It's so fast.
Peter's been hit by a car again on the outside.
No bubble wrap this time.
Here. And Michael Johnson's going into the... Mikey Johnson's gone into it for a third time here. We're still rolling here. Oh, my goodness me. That's Peter Austin's finishing maneuver. That's called the That's a Very Interesting Castle. Unfortunately, Michael's able to break it up. We're getting into the deep water in this match now as Ben rolls to the outside, and Mikey sent into the ring post again.
I've got nothing left in the mouth. Please stop it.
Sternum must simply be dust at this point. And now Peter sent into that turnbuckle, and a stunner from Ben. A piss warm stunner from Ben as Peter is down. Mikey stunned.
No.
Billy Ray walks into the goal. Could this be? Oh, it's Ray Potter who walks out as the Vidiots champion. #rigged. And it is Ben Potter who walks out.
Rigged. Boo. Boo.
As the Vidiots champion of the world.
The following contest is a triple threat match.
And now you're all caught up.
And is for the undisputed Internet Television Championship.
Now I promise you that was fully simulated, and it just so happened that Ben Potter came out on top. But is it possible for him to retain it again?
Introducing the challenger from Yorkshire,
Just 1 week later.
195 pounds, the Peter Austin.
Man, I hope the wrestler will match rigging Buster then. No relation. There is stupid arse.
Thank you, Narugan. Ben, I do need to say that I love that the Vidiots bout has found life here on BENXT. Also, just want to point out how much that reunion stream made me cry. Oh my word, it made me cry too. Bloody hell. Peter Austin with his solo entrance music. And now we've got to listen to the rap again. I can't. I just enjoy it too much.
We got that doggy shit, nah, I ain't talking sexual.
He looks naked. He looks naked without his wide championship, and Mikey Johnson could claw back a title now as he challenges for the Vidiots Championship. Ben has only held this title for 5 days. It will, if he loses it, be the shortest reign, because of course we're going to be going weeks at a time between championship defences. The Vidiots Championship will be defended every single month at the pay-per-view, but this is its first high-profile BENXT defence.
So much, I made a memorial quiche. Eggs, cheese, it was made to please and ease this sense of melancholy. I got a manifesto, I wanna be the first ho. Hug and pet every dog on this planet called Earth.
Right hand, left hand, give it a pet. And now here comes the champion. Hashtag rigged. Boo, don't boo him. He's no relation to me, of course, but how dare you boo him? Ben Potter, the inaugural Vidiots champion. As I said, captured it 5 days ago.
And introducing the champion from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 200.
Look at this man and tell me he is not a heel.
The undisputed Internet television champion, Dude Ben Potter.
He's walking in with the title, but will he be walking out with it? That's the real question, his first big test tonight. Will he be 5-day chump Ben Potter? A proud Vidiots champion for the entirety of his historic 5-day reign. But he has a 23 1/3 chance at best at beat Mikey and Peter. That's right, not 33 1/3, 23 1/3. This isn't Steiner maths. This is Potter maths. Let's get this thing underway. Big, beautiful yellow belt up for grabs. It will live on here. It will always live on here. Hello, WWE fan 2000 and 2. How you doing? Peter immediately takes down Ben Potter. Mikey, oh my goodness me, locking the arms and then the German suplex. The champion takes down Mikey Johnson. This is the first singles championship that Ben has won in BENXT. Peter Austin and Ben Potter, former tag team champions. They competed unsuccessfully on night 1 of WalrusMania for the BENXT tag team, or pit downside tag team championships. Belly to belly suplex from Mikey Johnson. And Michael Johnson, of course, is a former wide champion, regrettably losing it in the match just now, just before this one. So Peter Austin, the only person in this match who has not won a singles championship as yet. And Ben taken out by Peter. It wasn't very pretty, but it did the job. Oh, standing shooting star press from Peter Austin to the champ. And Mikey, you know, he's desperate to get his hands on some gold again, even if it is just yellow plastic. Mikey, Ben, oh my goodness me, T-bone suplex, and then Peter throws a metal bat at Michael Johnson, and here is where we see the triple threat action come into play, as Ben rolls to the outside and Peter has Mikey Johnson all to himself. And if Mikey were a bit worse for wear than he is already, Peter could have capitalized here, as, oh no, Peter misses with that springboard leg drop. And Ben back into the ring now. Scoop slam from the champion into the cover. And as you would expect, Peter Austin there to break it up. Peter now can't quite lift Ben. Ben with the counter. As we saw on the Vidiots reunion stream, Ben Potter probably with the strength advantage. Peter certainly with the speed, but Mikey with the technique. Mikey knows a good few holds. Oh, and Ben just slamming his tag partner down, and Mikey throws the metal bat this time. Peter with the counter, rolls up Mikey Johnson. Ben will break it up. Not even a 1 count here as Peter full head of steam. Oh my goodness me! Doesn't matter where Peter was going. Ben caught him flush with that springboard cutter. Mikey sent into the ropes, back elbow. Takes out Mikey, drop kick. Takes down Ben. And Ben again rolling to the outside as Peter picks up that bat. There is no disqualification in a triple threat match. Mikey able to disarm Peter as Ben goes under the ring. And retrieves a stick, but Mikey disarms him. Boot to the midsection. Powerbomb position. The champion not looking too good here. And is hung up on those ropes there as... Peter busts open Michael Johnson with that leg lariat into the cover on the champion after the springboard moonsault. Everybody brings a thing along to beat everyone about the ring with. That's it. Belly-to-belly suplex from Michael Johnson. Certainly has a fire lit under him. Oh, chokeslam. Oh, goodness me, and then cracked over the head with that baseball bat. But Peter Austin's there with a backstabber. And the champ is down into the cover. Peter Austin and Ben Potter have their signatures. And Ben better be careful because he could lose it quite quickly here if he's not careful. Peter, German suplex, a second German suplex, holds on. Spins him round. And there's a regular suplex to finish it off. Ben's basically been wiped out by that. Mikey Johnson practically coming in with the save here. Peter Austin now has his finisher. Oh, and then clocks Peter as the champion rolls to the outside. And here is the technique of Michael Johnson I was talking about, going to work on the leg of Peter. Referee not even looking at the action in the ring. Now he's looking at it. And that submission maneuver again from Michael Johnson as Peter Austin could be looking to hit his finisher. And Ben lurking at ringside. Mikey sent into the corner. Ben looking for a thing. And Ben's got himself a sledgehammer. Oh my goodness me, and he hits Peter in the back and Mikey in the stomach. And Ben falls into the cover on Mikey Johnson. Is this enough? Ben is by far the most damaged individual in this match. And I'm not talking about physically. German suplex for Mikey Johnson. He holds on. We just saw Peter Austin do this. And again, but this time he doesn't spin him out for a regular suplex. It is a third German suplex from Ben Potter, who now has his finisher. Peter's going to want to get in here because Ben is going for the pin. And just in time, Peter Austin able to save the matchup. Oh my goodness me. DDT from Peter Austin impaling Ben Potter. And you see that sports time sign in the crowd. There is at least one Ben Potter fan, no relation, in the audience. As Peter Austin may be looking for his finisher, sends Ben into the ropes. And there it is. That is his finisher. That is the It's a Very Interesting Castle. Is this it? Is Peter Austin going to walk out as Vidiot's champion of WalrusMania? No. Ben powers out at 2.9999 and a very frustrated Peter Austin picks up a big stick. And the stick slammed into Ben, who is just eating so much offense here. European uppercut. Oh, and then Mikey Johnson gets hit with a big move as well. Peter Austin now looking to try his luck with Mikey Johnson. Oh, and Mikey Johnson is the one who has to lose twice in a row as Peter Austin secures himself the Vidiot's Championship in this fraught triple threat match. Ben Potter's 5-day reign is at an end, and it is Peter Austin who hits Ben with his finisher and then catches Mikey Johnson, already worn out from losing his title in just the previous match. But the tale of the tape will always read, Peter Austin victorious at WalrusMania and your new Vidiot's champion. It's an interesting castle, and now it will be an interesting Vidiot's Championship reign. Peter Austin joins Mikey Johnson and Ben Potter as having held singles gold. And he kisses that Vidiot's Championship belt, holds on to it. Peter Austin is your new Vidiot's champion, crowned here on night 2 of WalrusMania. Congratulations to Peter Austin. Ben Potter will be crying himself to sleep. Mikey Johnson maybe even more so, bless him. A rough night at the office for him. It's good storytelling. Mikey was injured. Peter winning without being hit by a car. That's theatre. I'm glad you think so. Peter Austin, your new Vidiots champion. We have 2 matches left, and it's the Women's Championship matches. Up first, Grimace, the BENXT Women's Champion, defends against the Elimination Chamber winner, Fisher-Price Carr. And the Fisher-Price Carr is not coming alone. She has Peter's arch rival and the current, at least until the main event, Pip-Down Women's Champion, the Chevrolet Matisse, in her corner. Grimace versus the Fisher-Price Carr is up next, with the BENXT Women's Championship hanging in the balance. Only 1 match remains after this. Get your points wagered, because this one could be violent or one-sided. I genuinely don't know. It could be really one-sided. It genuinely could. God, it sounds wet outside. I can hear it against the bloody window. Sorry, just doing some admin. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, are we ready to do this? Penultimate match of WalrusMania is up next, my friends. Here we go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
Quite the power couple here. That being the tag team known as Road Rage. They may be separated by different shows. You can see on the left there, of course, the Chevrolet Matisse, the Pip-Down Women's Champion, in action next. But the Fisher-Price Carr going the distance in the Elimination Chamber to earn a number one contendership, for the BENXT Women's Championship, which she is, of course, using now at WalrusMania. And just imagine if the Fisher-Price Carr and the Chevrolet Matisse could walk in side by side in the main event as women's champions. That will be decided now, but my goodness me, the Fisher-Price Carr has a bit of an uphill battle, as she has to face this woman. The BENXT Women's Champion, Grimace, who is a 2-time BENXT Women's Champion, a former BENXT Wide Champion, and a former Aldi Red Thunder Champion to boot. She has won basically every championship that she has available to her. If she could only make a friend, she might challenge for the tag titles as well. And that's not all. She is also up for the Slammy for Female Superstar of the Year, which I believe the voting for that is now actually live over on my YouTube channel. So you can vote for who you think should win the Women's Superstar of the Year in the BENXT Slammies. And here we go for the introductions.
The challenger from Newcastle upon Tyne, England.
There is a Fisher-Price to pay. Fisher-Price Carr, winner of the Elimination Chamber. Huge amount of momentum going into this match. We've seen both tournament winners win their respective title shots with the momentum they're riding. And the Grimace of BENXT, 2-time Women's Champion, looking to defend successfully here tonight. Thank you, Trailing Badger. There's a link to the poll if you'd like to vote in the moment. That poll will stay live across Christmas and New Year. I won't be tallying it until the first BENXT of 2026, which I believe will be on the 7th of January. But a reminder that there will be an additional bonus festive BENXT stream this Sunday at 6 PM. Do come along, as the challenger has a bit of an embarrassing fumble. It is pink versus purple here. Ducks under does Grimace, and a big boot drops the challenger. I'd argued that the Fisher-Price card just got hit by Grimace. And this is the very last thing that the Fisher-Price card wants, is for Grimace to get rolling, because we could well see... Oh no. We could well see a repeat of that Seth Piss Him Rollin match from earlier on against Mikey Johnson, where it's just one-sided all the way through, and that is not what we want. We want the Fisher-Price card to have a fair shake. Is Grimace the closest to being a Grand Slam champion? She's up there for sure, but she hasn't been on Pip Down, so she's got a few titles she still needs to win, and now we see the Fisher-Price card start to roll. Yes, Grimslam, the Grimslam champion. Grimace going to work. Sorry, Fisher-Price card going to work on the legs of Grimace. The champion able to roll out of the way of that elbow drop, though. And Grimace now scoops up and slams the challenger. And the Fisher-Price card is in a spot of bother here. Full head of steam from Grimace off the ropes. Rolling neck snap. That's not going to be good. That's going to affect the Fisher-Price card's insurance, surely. Stamped to the elbow of the Fisher-Price card, who rolls out the way and somehow manages to avoid the offense of Grimace there. And a DDT plants the champion. And now the Fisher-Price card is starting to look quite promising here. A big kick to the hamstring and a counter from Grimace. Oh, but the Fisher-Price card straight back to it, but a big headbutt from Grimace will put her in her place. And now slamming the bonnet of the Fisher-Price car into the canvas is Grimace into the cover. Referee slides in. Ooh, kick out at 1 from the Fisher-Price car. But Grimace is closing in on her signature maneuver. And the Fisher-Price car has sacrificed her signature bar a couple of times to stand up early, and it's not necessarily worked out in her favour. As Grimace now just one move away from a signature, and the Fisher-Price car a good distance from hers. Grimace up to the top rope. We don't see her there very often. Fisher-Price car stumbles to her feet. Grimace now, able to take out the Fisher-Price car into the cover. Is this going to do it? No, kick out at 1. Going to need a bit more than that. And Grimace could be looking to hit her finisher here. Is this the McNuggy slam? It is. Sending the Fisher-Price car clean across the ring. And this is why the Chevrolet Matisse is out here, paying a timely distraction, which allows the Fisher-Price car a moment to just gather her senses, although she is down. And unfortunately, Grimace is now fully back on the offense. Powerbomb position for... the Fisher-Price car, thunderous slam. And the Fisher-Price car not looking very good here at all, as Grimace, the champion, is in full control, and she knows it. The power pose from Grimace. I was talking about how nice it would be. Dragon leg screw there from the challenger. I was talking about how nice it would be if we go into the main event. Rolls up the champion now. Kick out at 1, counter. Grimace now. Could Grimace put away the Fisher-Price car on a roll-up? No, we're going back and forth here. Fisher-Price car and a kick out. I was talking about how nice it would be if the Fisher-Price car and the Chevrolet Matisse could walk into the main event hand in hand. It could be disastrous here tonight. It could really be terrible. Fisher-Price car could lose and the Chevrolet Matisse could lose as well. But the Fisher-Price car able to hit her signature. Grimace misses with that wild back elbow. Both champion and challenger thinking the same thing. Miscommunication and a spear! That Grimace has been hit by a car. Grimace has been hit by a car. That is the Fisher-Price car's finisher. Not quite. Oh my goodness me, that was so close. The Fisher-Price car came within a whisker of winning there. Grimace, though, still has a finisher in tow. It's really heating up here as the challenger takes down the champion again. Grimace straight back to her feet. The Fisher-Price car doesn't realise, but she still manages to take down Grimace. And you know what? The Fisher-Price car, despite the doom and gloom, is actually starting to roll here. These two, now it appears they're going to trade blows. I don't know if the Fisher-Price car has thought this through. Grimace much larger from the Fisher-Price car. This could work out very poorly indeed, and it predictably has done. And the Chevrolet Matiz once again coming to the aid of the Fisher-Price car, who is down and is stunned, and Grimace has her finisher. The Fisher-Price car just starting to get to her feet, and Grimace able to hop on her before it's too late. Back elbow. Challenger is down. Grimace. What are we waving off here? I don't know what the referee was... Oh no, the Chevrolet Matiz has been rejected from ringside. The Fisher-Price car is all on her own now. It's all starting to fall apart for the Fisher-Price car as her best friend, the Chevrolet Matiz, has been ejected from ringside, clearly getting involved one too many times. And Grimace was able to drop the Fisher-Price car. She has 2 finishers, and it's all looking a bit dire for the Fisher-Price car as we got this deadlift, wheelbarrow, slam there. And it may well just be a matter of time as Grimace goes for it again until the Fisher-Price car is on the receiving end of the McNuggies, because poor Fisher-Price car is up a creek without a paddle here. She's done her very best, but Grimace is in her element. She's managed to... Oh, hang on a second. The Fisher-Price car slips out the back door. The back elbow makes the champion bleed. Could the Fisher-Price car grab the victory from the jaws of defeat here? The Fisher-Price car's managed to summon a finisher from out of nowhere, and I tell you what, if she can hit the champion again with that spear, colloquially known, of course, I'll say that again, known of course as being hit with a car, if the Fisher-Price car can hit this finisher, she could somehow walk out with a victory. A counter from Grimace though, and she marches the Fisher-Price car over to the corner, and this could not be good. A headbutt from Grimace. Uh-oh. Here come the McNuggies. Look out below. Grimace has done this 1,000 times. The McNuggies connect into a seated position, and Grimace is just too strong. And it'll be Grimace who, despite a late, surprising flurry from a very, very game Fisher-Price car, walks out still your BENXT Women's Champions. Right in the McRibs, indeed. For a moment there was a flash. It looked like the Fisher-Price car could do it. She managed to get that finisher. If she'd hit that spear, there's a very good chance that she could have pinned Grimace, but unfortunately Grimace able to stay on the offense, and this was the beginning of the end here. Headbutt. Drags her out and sets her up for the McNuggies, up to that middle rope, and all 3,500 metric tons of Grimace crashing down onto the chest of the Fisher-Price car. And Grimace still your BENXT Women's Champion. Will we have a world title change hands at WalrusMania? That's the question. So far, that has not been the case. But we have one final match, which will close out our stream. I started early on purpose because I thought this stream could run way over, but it turns out it won't run that far over at all. Regardless, though, we're already at 3 hours and 2 minutes. We have one final match. Before we get into it, a huge thank you for joining me for WalrusMania and the road that has led us to this point. It has been weird, it has been wild, it has been wacky. I hope you have enjoyed it. We have one final main event to go, and on Sunday, please do join me if you're available, 6 p.m. until 9 for BENXTmas, a special festive edition of both BENXT and Pip Down, in which we shall have a festive rumble for both the BENXT and the Pip Down audience. It will be intergender this time instead of being separated by gender, and the winner can challenge for any championship they like. And I intend to drop the gender divisions for that championship match. So we'll spin a wheel, and the challenger, say it's Grimace who wins the rumble, for example. If the wheel lands on the men's championship, she will have the opportunity to challenge for that men's championship. All the walls are coming down for the festive rumble and the festive championship challenge. So make sure you join me on Sunday if you're able to. Of course, the VOD will be uploaded as per usual. Now, however, we have one final prediction and one final match as Reboot Rumble winner Biker Barbara Piss challenges the Chevrolet Matiz with probably a very dejected Fisher-Price car in her corner for the Pip Down Women's Championship. Are you ready? Because we're about to bloody do it. All roads lead to this, the final match of WalrusMania. Let's go.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Biker Barbara Pierce won the Rumble a few months ago in the Women's Rumble. James Jenkins, of course, the men's victor. James was unsuccessful, however, in challenging in the main event of Night 1 of WalrusMania. Will it be a different story for Biker Barbara Pierce? She faces it off against the second ever Pick-Down Women's Champion, that being the Chevrolet Matisse, who, in an upset victory, dethroned Pippa the Cat a good few weeks ago on Pip-Down. She is a former BENXT Women's Champion in her own right. Will she be the first person of either gender, of any gender, sorry, to win both the World Championships on both, oh my god, I can't even speak, on both rosters? Christ, I really undercutted the tension of that, didn't I? My point is, she won on BENXT. Can she win on Pip-Down as well? Should have just said that. It is a car versus a motorcycle, yes. And here they are again. The Chevrolet Matisse, the unfortunately unsuccessful Fisher-Price car. Chevrolet Matisse walks in as Pip-Down Women's Champion, but can she cling on to it tonight? I never get to watch BENXT, so I don't have any context for my betting, but I never say no to piss. Well, Biker Barbara Pierce was in action a few weeks ago, or maybe actually last week, I think, on Pip-Down, and she was dominant in a victory. But the Chevrolet Matisse has been doing very well indeed since capturing that gold. Could Biker Barbara, though, be the first woman to win both the BENXT and the Pip-Down Women's Championship? There we are. Let's use that version instead. I did a lot better there. Words. What are they? And here we are. The main event of Night 2 of WalrusMania. Pip-Down Women's Championship on the line.
Introducing the challenger from the other side of darkness.
On the other side of darkness.
Evil Barbara Pierce.
Isn't Pippa the first to do that? That's an excellent point. I forgot about Pippa. Could Biker Barbara Pierce be the second woman to win both the BENXT Women's and Pip-Down Women's Championship? Still, it's a pretty big claim to fame, you know? Second ever? Pretty good. She's got to get through the Chevrolet Matisse, though. As several people have pointed out, it is motorcycle versus car. Who walks out as champ? Deadeye Minis. 5-stream streak. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ben, for a fantastic first BENXT show of shows. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. WalrusMania. We may not get round to another one before WWE 2K26 releases, at which point we start all over again. And here we go. Biker Barbara grabs a hold first. Counter from the champion, though. Oh my goodness me. Huge Uranagi from the champion to start things off. Counter from Biker Barbara. Biker Barbara, no slouch, of course. No slouch at all. And has Biker Barbara won anything else? Let me just double check my stats here. I'm going to the spreadsheet. Biker Barbara is not actually up for any slammies at all, and neither is the Chevrolet Matisse. Both of them got to be pretty upset about that, quite frankly. A reminder that you can vote in the first Slammy category that is now live. Female Superstar of the Year, Pippa the Cat, Grimace, Funky Barbara Piss and Pamela Anderson all vying for that particular trophy. So Biker Barbara Piss has won the Women's Championship. And that's all. That's all. And the Chevrolet Matiz, obviously, is the current Pip Down Women's Champion. And that's all. So these two competitors have both only won, I say only, won World Championships, which is a huge deal. So this is a real main event battle between these two. Both have World Championship experience. But who's the one that's going to win in the main event of WalrusMania? Kick to the bottom from Biker Barbara Piss. And the Chevrolet Matiz, I tell you what, is putting on a really, really strong showing against the challenger so far. Roll up from the champion. How that's not a rope break, I have no idea. Hello, Chilluminati, how you doing? Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and mother flippers act like they forgot about Pips. Chevrolet Matiz, the champion, continuing to take it to Biker Barbara Piss. Elbow drop. Oh, wait a second. Who could it be that's coming out to help? Oh, Barbara. Biker Barbara Piss potentially with some backup here, but there's no one there. That was just a distraction from Biker Barbara Piss. Clearly she's got friends in the truck. She goes into the cover. Nobody came out to help her. They just played the Barbara Piss music. Kick out at 2. Oh, that was a brilliant ploy there by Biker Barbara. It worked a treat. Completely distracted the champion. But the Chevrolet Matiz has her signature. Let's see if she can crack the challenger with it. Counter from Biker Barbara. And a counter again. Oh no, and a counter back. We haven't seen them do that before. Biker Barbara Piss clearly slipping the production truck a $5 to get them to play the Barbara Piss music there, but nobody coming to Biker Barbara's aid. Chevrolet Matiz fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh, and very quickly, a shoulder to the midsection of Biker Barbara. Intentional game plan from Babs? Or just the game being broken? We'll never know. We will never know. Double axe handle from the champion on the outside. And now, Biker Barbara sent into the ring. Champion follows suit. Got to a count of 10. Of course, before there is a count out. In well before that, knee driven into the canvas. And Biker Barbara Piss is not looking so hot in this one. We could have World Championship retentions across the board. The champion beckoning for the challenger to get back to her feet. Double axe handle drops the challenger. Deep 6 from the champion into the cover. Could this be it? Off the signature maneuver. Is the Chevrolet Matiz going to retain? No. Biker Barbara is still in this one. And Biker Barbara with the kip up, just shrugging it off like it was absolutely nothing. Big clothesline in the corner. Biker Barbara has clearly sacrificed a lot of her signature bar to get back to her feet ahead of time, but it means she's at a huge disadvantage in the deep water of this match as the Chevrolet Matiz is sitting pretty with a finisher, and Biker Barbara has nothing. No big moves in the tank at all. Oh, and that phenomenal forearm from the top rope into the cover goes Biker Barbara. Only a 2 count. Champion kicking out. In this, the main event of WalrusMania, the people are on their feet. They are on their feet because we removed the chairs. We ran out of budget. If you go into the crowd, you will see no chairs. It's standing room only here. Again, not complimentary. We just don't have any chairs. And now garrotting the champion over the top rope. Biker Barbara turning this thing around very close now to a signature and a finisher. She's now got her finisher. The champion, things have properly switched here. The champion in dire straits, but a counter from the champion. And now things could be swinging right back in her favour. It's a spear. Biker Barbara Piss has been hit by a car. She rolls into the cover. Is this it? Is it the Chevrolet Matisse who's going to retain? No. Biker Barbara kicks out at 2.999. And that was the very best that the Chevrolet Matisse had. Referee getting fully in the way here. And the champion could well be getting frustrated at this point. She hit Biker Barbara with everything she had, her very best maneuvers. And she drops the knee over the face of the challenger. And Barbara looking to escape, but the Chevrolet Matisse quite rightly staying right on her. Full head of steam. Double axe handle to the back of the head of Biker Barbara, who just needs one opportunity to hit her signature and her finisher. Deep six again from the champion. And this could be it, as Biker Barbara is potentially set up here to be hit by a car again, sent into the ropes, and again, Biker Barbara Piss hit by a car into the cover. The Chevrolet Matisse will surely retain here in the main event, and it is the Chevrolet who goes the distance and is successful in retaining her championship here tonight in the main event. None of the Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble winners were successful in their championship matches at WalrusMania, which is kind of crazy to think about. I don't know if maybe it's just that the champions have a lot of, like, you know, I say momentum, but like the game is giving them an advantage because they are the champion. You know, they have a better chance of winning. I have no idea. Biker Barbara, though, looked like she could have won on a few occasions. She really closed in on a victory at a couple of points, and she played an absolute blinder with that distraction, playing the music of Barbara Piss, distracting the champion. But ultimately, as strong as Biker Barbara is, she could not withstand being hit by a car twice. And she has retained her Pip Down Women's Championship here with the Fisher-Price car, who of course is naturally bitterly disappointed in her corner. The Chevrolet Matisse walks out of WalrusMania still champion. And there we are, everybody. That was WalrusMania. The T-Virus, your new little Kong Strong champion. Rim Flare and Triple Flush retained the BENXT Tag Team Championships after some bizarre behaviour from Silas the Dog Boy. Seth Pissin Rollins dethroned Michael Johnson to become the new Wide Champion. Peter Austin captured the Vidiots Championship over Michael Johnson and Ben Potter. Terrible night for Mikey, bless him. Grimace retained her championship against the Elimination Chamber winner, Fisher-Price car, and in the main event, of course, the Chevrolet Matisse managed to overcome the onslaught of Biker Barbara Piss. And guys, I'm sorry to say, but that's it. That's WalrusMania. That's WalrusMania 1 in the books. Here's hoping there will be many, many, many more WalrusManias to come in future years. I personally would love for that to be the case. It's only possible with your guys' support. So the fact we've reached this point is incredible. And this is a collaborative effort. The mods keeping chat in line. Trowling Badger mainly, but I know that both Mr. Black and Lord Brotovich have stepped in on occasion as well, helping with the predictions. Ben Cooper with the music. Danji's designs with the artwork for the championships. We've got, of course, a huge roster of wrestlers who have been put together by loads of members of the community. It's been incredible. I love these streams. The fact that you guys enjoy them too means so much to me, because this is the highlight of my streaming week. This is the thing I enjoy streaming the most. That honestly I get the most creative enjoyment out of. All the stupid little things we can put together. The people who've helped out. Simon Miller making a video talking about the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. We have, of course, tonight we had Tom Campbell contributing too. Announcing, unfortunately, it was the Mod Squad, but announcing the Mod Squad to the ring. It's been amazing. BENXT has one more outing in 2025, and that is this Sunday at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Ben. And Merry Christmas, Ben.
And a Merry Christmas to you too, Donak. Thank you very much for your generous bits there. I appreciate it. We've got BENXT on Sunday. Festive Rumbles, Intergender Championship matches on the line as well. It should be really good fun, so please come along. I am live one last time this week before then, which is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m, for a festive stream where I'm playing Batman Arkham Oranges, which is of course set at Christmas time. So do come along. 2 more streams await you next week on the lead up to Christmas. That is another Batman Arkham Oranges stream at 4 p.m. on Monday. There will be a schedule going out, don't worry. And one last Pokemon stream at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. And then the final stream of the year will be on the 29th of December, and that is my great big long charity stream, which, as voted by all of you, I will be subjecting myself to a full playthrough of both Hannah Montana the movie, the game on the Wii, and then Shrek the Third. So cheers for that. But it'll be for Cancer Research UK, so it'll be for a very good cause. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, everybody. We're going to raid Buddy Games now. Send them your love. I think it was one of Rosie's, if not, it was Rosie's final day for PlayStation Access as a full-time member. So go send her some love if she's part of the Buddy Games team tonight. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and if not, BENXT-wise, I'll see you on Sunday. From BENXT, Pip Down, and WalrusMania, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Goodbye.